Good evening, Tucker sports fans. It's the Swanton Welding pregame show with your host, Scott Barrett. Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Tucker Sports Live. It's Football Friday. We're at Big Red Stadium down South Henry County to take on the Patrick Henry Patriots. I'm your host, Mark the Captain Bly. Scott Barrett on the call, and none other than Spike.
Yeah, Saccharino.
The Saccharino.
Hey, we're outside tonight, baby. You might have to let a couple loose.
Umpire, Mr. Eric Erickson. Line judge,
All right.
Mr. Gary Ebo.
All right, good evening, Liberty Center Tiger football fans, and probably a fair amount of you out there listening, just independently tuning in, and maybe even a few Patriot fans, whether by tape delay or live. But what a great football contest on hand for tonight. The visiting Liberty Center Tigers at 6-0 travel down here to take on our county rival, the Patrick Henry Patriots. This game is going to be back to old-fashioned smash-mouth football. Patrick Henry has been known for the spread offenses for the last 20 years, 25 years. They have changed it. This, Scott, is going to be one of those games where it's going to be in your face, buddy. Who's got the bigger clout? Who's got the smash? And who's got the mouth? This is going to be good stuff.
Yeah, this is going to be the game of the year in the NWOAL, and all due respect to what Mike Vickers is doing at Delta, but bottom line, this Patrick Henry team is completely different from that 62-0 whitewashing at Liberty Center. They schedule their homecoming. Patrick Henry scheduled Liberty Center for their homecoming tonight, Spike, for a reason. This thing was circled. They're looking for some retribution. And Bill Inseman, who is now the dean in terms of wins in the NWOAL, he's passed Rex Lindgren with 177. I can assure you he has this Patrick Henry Patriot team ready to play tonight.
Yeah, they've worked all year. They changed everything. At Liberty Center, actually, they run the wing tee. They've done it forever. A running offense, it's a given. But Patrick Henry actually has thrown for less yardage than Liberty Center. Liberty averaging about 100 yards a game in the air. Patrick Henry only averaging 80. Now, I'm not a big stat guy, but when that comes and when Patrick Henry is 6-0, you know that they mean business and that they've got the goods to bring it on.
Well, bottom line, the only loss that they suffered here early in the season.
That's right. I'm sorry. Yep, they're
5-1. They went to Columbus Grove and lost that game 27-15, but gave the football up five times to one of the top teams in Division VI. And Brian Babcock, in that game, Patrick Henry had a lot of success with quarterback run and Lincoln Krieger, who tonight will be the best athlete on this field tonight, and Liberty Center is going to have to be tight when run fits and physical up front to stop this quarterback.
Yeah, that's right, Scott. He is probably the best athlete, all-around athlete in the league. He can break tackles. He's got upside on the speed, and if he gets outside, he has the ability to take it to the house at any time. So that is going to be a key for this Liberty Center defense tonight, is all eyes on the quarterback.
Bottom line, they do spread, Spike, but they will spread to run the football. They want space for Lincoln Krieger, who's just a fantastic athlete, 6'3", 215, 210 pounds, runs a 40, 4'8", 4'7" high, has the ability to be physical inside run, right, Brian, and also get on the perimeter and beat your defensive backs down the field. So Lincoln Krieger, a big problem. Jigs, you played against some dominant running quarterbacks in your career. I'd like to know what your thought process is when you turned on Huddle this week and you watched film. You remember some of these quarterbacks coming at you. We lost a playoff game against a quarterback that could really run it and throw it, by the way, a little bit. How do you like to defend a dominant running quarterback in a spread 2, 3, 4 wide receiver set?
You got to bring hats to the football. That is the name of the game. You got a quarterback that also doubles down as probably their main linebacker. You got to get hats to the football. You got to hit that guy. You got to hit him. You got to hit him again. So I expect the Liberty Center defense to be flying around, all eyes on the quarterback, 3, 4, 5 hats at the football tonight, and you got to just keep hitting him.
Yeah, being physical with the quarterback that likes to run, and enough hats and enough quarters starts to pile up late in the game. Spike, a couple things I think it's notable. Patrick Henry, like Liberty Center, is scoring 37.7 points a game, and they're only giving up 6.8. This Patrick Henry team is outstanding on both sides of the ball because they're so physical on the defensive and offensive lines.
Yeah, it's a typical immovable object and the irresistible force. One of them has to give, and this may not be one in the first quarter. We may not be able to build up a big lead. I'm telling you, Tiger fans, just because we've had a lot of success, every week is a brand new season. It's a one-game season. Everything boils down to this. All right, we're going to break here for the national anthem.
Hey, while we wait here in between the alma mater, Spike, we have a minute. I wanted to make sure we were clear tonight. Bill Insom in 32nd year as the head coach, 265 career wins, 177 NWOAL wins, 8 regional championships, and 12 league championships. That's a dominant football coach that knows how to play against Liberty Center, and he has won a lot against Liberty Center. The overall rivalry, 35-23 PH. So Bill Insom will have this team ready to play tonight.
Well, he's a tough coach, and he's crafty. He plays all the angles. This guy knows how to work the officials. He understands the nuances of the game. He knows his kids. He builds a program to accentuate every one of those things. But you look at Liberty Center. What a great coaching staff. I'm telling you, this has to be maybe one of the best coaching staffs in the whole state of Ohio. These guys are just phenomenal. And their interaction with our team, our kids, I mean, they work together with them wonderful.
Well, Spike, before the national anthem, Casey Moeller, 82-15. Him and that staff, Casey and that staff have been fantastic.
All right, now they're ready for the national anthem. We'll go to that. We'll be back right after this.
Cole Hep performs our national anthem.
right, there you have it, playing of the national anthem, and now we're ready for some football.
2 minutes and 57 seconds to go. I wanted to expound a little bit on the fact of this coaching staff. And Brian Babcock, 82-15. You've played, know some of these guys, played in some of the eras. Nick Miller, Ryan Miller, Brad Howe, Todd Spangler. I mean, there's just a lot of Liberty Center guys on this staff, as well as a Matt Bryan, Chris Riggy. You've got Eric Weimer, an all-time legend. You have Brian Hefflinger. I mean, the list goes on and on of the Liberty Center greats, Brian Babcock, on this coaching staff. Talk about what that means, retaining culture and get players ready to play in this era.
Well, all those players understand what this rivalry meant to them, and it's easy to convey that to their players, and I think you're going to see that tonight. This rivalry brings a little bit of extra juice. You can feel it down here in the pregame, and these coaches, these guys are ready to go. This thing's going to get going here.
Liberty Center defense this year only giving up 140 yards a game. They've only given up 14 total points, and they've won 31 straight regular season games. Spike, I don't have to tell you, Liberty Center's been on a bit of a roll the last few years.
Well, and it all starts at the offensive line.
Yes, absolutely.
Everything builds from that, because when you can control the football, you can rest your defense. Your running backs have it easier. The quarterback has time to look downfield. He's got time to manage and handle the game. Right there is where it's at. And then the execution, the precision of Liberty Center's offense, bar second to none. It is as good as it gets.
Yeah, certainly a tribute to Nick Miller, Todd Spangler, Brad Howe. Our offensive and defensive lines have been dominant to the point where we are outgaining opponents per game 407 yards to 140, and our kids aren't playing 4 quarters. Those varsity kids are playing 2.5 quarters, 1 or 2 series there in the third quarter. So Liberty Center tonight knows what they're up against, an extremely physical football team. Patrick Henry is excellent up front, and I'll tell you what, maybe the best player next to Lincoln Krieger on this field tonight defensively is they bring a couple of guys that can really play. Grant Smith, the guy to watch, 6'2", 215-pound defensive tackle, but man, he is athletic, he is explosive, and he uses his hands almost like an NFL defensive pass rusher. Wow. He is going to be a problem for Liberty Center tonight.
Yeah, all week long, the emphasis was on defense. It was defending Lincoln Krieger,
yes,
the running quarterback. It was know your lanes, understand how you've got to shift with what they do. And at times it was very adamant, very pointed. The coaches gave it to the team and said, this is what you've got to do.
Hey, for those of you out there viewing, we did not run the pregame interview with Casey Moeller. We will run this later on here. We're just tight for internet bandwidth here. The stadium is packed. Verizon is way overloaded, so we're trying to preserve whatever we can to bring you this game live. So we'll get that going here after the game. Probably sometime tonight I'll post it on our Facebook or whatever.
Liberty Center receives the ball, Spike. Liberty's going to get on offense, and tell you what, we've had some really good special teams this year. Our return game has been excellent. Our coverage teams have been excellent. Here we go.
All right, low line drive. That's going to be knocked down out there at the 8-yard line. Return straight up the hash mark. Breaks through one tackle. Powers his way forward. Gets out across the 20 and out near the 25-yard line.
Brian Babcock, Cammy fumbled it but found a seam and got himself some positive yards. We lost Brian a little bit in the wind
muted
down there.
The Tigers at their 24-yard line.
Brian Babcock on the sidelines for us tonight. See if we get the microphone back up.
Yeah, nice little turn there by Cammy after the initial fumble.
He's new. He'll figure it out.
Rookie.
All right, Tigers now shift out of there, and they go back to the Wildcat turns it up the left side, running room there, spins off one. Rentz battles his way up near the 35-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a Liberty Center Tiger. First down.
A little bit of a different look. Put number 19, Waylon Rentz, in Wildcat. Now we're in the hurry-up. Here we go.
All right, they come right back with the same thing again. They're going to run it right to the same spot. Left side, Rentz over the top. 2 tacklers. Fights his way up to the 42.
They running left to talk to Nick Miller in the pregame today. He has been really happy with Kellen Weimer at left tackle. He's really starting to come as a sophomore, making key blocks on some of those basically zone left runs.
All right, Rents remains back there as in the Wildcat. Tigers with the 3 power this side. They're going to run it again. Nope, now it's blown dead.
Brian Babcock, talk about what you're seeing here. We're talking straight power, left side, almost outside zone with Waylon Rents. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I'm thinking this is something coaches saw on film.
Yep.
This was scheduled, and they're going to do something until Patrick Henry moves out of some type of defense that they're in here. I think this is a point being proven here by Coach Moeller.
Thomas Moeller missed a block on that last runner. That could have gone for the distance. So Liberty now a little bit behind the chains here, 2nd and 9. Spike, this single wing is a throwback look for you.
Oh, man, this is Denison football. Down by Columbus used to run this thing. All right, now Miller under center with the straight tee. Now a little play action looks. Miller has to scramble. There was some problems on that. Miller maybe got a yard on the play. Now the Tigers, instead of pushing the ball ahead, looking at a 3rd and 8.
That penalty puts you behind schedule. Offense needs to stay on schedule when you're going to go power, and that looked like a little bit of confusion between Grady and Waylon. Here we go, 3rd and 8.
All right, Moeller, well, now they come off. And they're going to shift over with Hammondtree to this side. One single setback. They fake it. Miller keeps it off the right side. Spins up past one. Picks up about 3 tough ones. But that's going to bring up 4th down. They claim a fumble.
I think he was down. They were blowing the whistle.
Yep.
But Patrick Henry really good up front, playing a 4-man front and really starting to impose their will in those last 2 snaps.
Right. And all the people out there watching, listening in, this is not going to be a cakewalk. Everybody said, boy, what another blowout. We're getting used to these butt whoopings, but not the case.
Well, Brian, one of the things I want to talk about briefly is Liberty's schedule has not been great the last few weeks. Getting ready to play a game of this magnitude could be tough. Brian.
Yeah, it looked like there was only 9 guys on that last play there on offense, 9 or 10. I think they were a guy or 2 short. And probably the point game is the only matchup that we've seen similar to this physicality that we're going to see tonight.
All right, 4th and 4 at the 42, back in punt formation. Good snap, high, wobbler, floater. That's going to hit at about the 40. Take a Liberty Center bounce down inside the 30-yard line where the Patriots will take over.
Walker now back at punting.
We needed it. Max has had some injuries on his hands, and he is a weapon unto himself in the special teams game, both punting and sometimes kicking off. Oftentimes he kicks the ball right into the end zone, Spike.
All right, the sun's down. The wind maybe a little bit of a factor here, blowing kind of across the field. Patrick Henry will come out with White out to this side. Single setback with Krieger out of the gun. Krieger hands off left side, hit right away and stopped, maybe a yard. That's it.
The Liberty Center defensive line dominant on the first snap, and that's what you want to do. Send the early message that we're here to play Smash Mouth too. Great job by the Liberty Center defensive line.
The emphasis this week, starting at Films on Saturday, is this is not just hit Liberty hit. This is not just Kip Kern football. I want you to go out and scorch them. The hitting has to be as livid. You've got to shock them, and those were Casey's words. All right, 2nd down, 10, no gain on the play. Liberty up close to the line of scrimmage, hand off that left side, and maybe back to the line again, maybe a yard. 3rd down, and we'll call it 8 to go.
Good play by Garrison Cruz. Talk about shock and being an athlete. That's Garrison Cruz, great tackler. Really kind of came off his read, Brian, made a nice play. It's 2 good plays by Liberty's defensive front 7.
Yeah, these linebackers and snipers are going to be key tonight, flowing to the football on the runs with the quarterback runs.
You know, we saw last night in the junior high game, they stressed corners. They stressed, those kind of safeties / rovers, so be very aware of outside run tonight.
All right, Liberty showing 3 down linemen on defense. Back to throw, lobs it up there, tipped and knocked away, incomplete.
Yeah, Patrick Henry doesn't want to throw the football, but they will throw it, Brian, off play action, and they got a little bit of that, but he was not open. Jackson Martell's right there for the tip.
Lincoln Krieger is not a natural thrower. He doesn't throw a great ball, from what we've seen in Patrick Henry quarterbacks over the last time. his strength.
That was Blake Garber, by the way, Spike on the tip. Blake Garber, yes. Good job in the secondary.
All right, so Liberty Center gives up only 2 yards. That'll bring up 4th and 8 from their own 30, we'll call it the 31-yard line. Back deep will be Old Crew and Cam Colley standing back just inside the 40. Short punt. Takes a big bounce, and that's going to bounce all the way through, and the Tigers will have to let it go. Boy, I know Coach Moeller insists on catching the ball, but that was dangerous.
Yeah, I think there was an opportunity for Cammy or JT, and it looked like JT, Brian, didn't quite want to engage that. Little inexperience in the ball, spinning that hard on the ground.
Yeah, bouncing like that, it's tough. But, yeah, we probably lost 15, 20 yards of field position there. Coach Mueller not very happy.
I thought Cammy could have maybe picked that thing up and gone, but regardless, here comes Liberty Center. Spike, this game will be shorter because both teams want to run it. This clock will be running tonight.
Right, yes, ball possession is at a premium.
Possessions at a premium. You got it, Spike.
All right, Liberty Center will start on their own 15-yard line. So Patrick Henry with 35, 50-yard punt. Motion this way. They're going to give it to the motion man. That's Moeller. Moeller tries to kick it ahead. He'll pick up about 4 toughies. Moeller averaging
Jude Hudson and Grant Schwab
averaging about 8.5 yards a carry. Rentz averages 11.5, and Cruz averages 11.
A defensive tackle, number 55, Adrian Delgado, Spike, 6 foot 265. He's going to be a run stuffer tonight. Made a good play there.
All right, now they're going to toss it out there in the flats, and pass was too low, incomplete. So now Liberty Center looking at a 3rd and 6 to go.
That was not a very good-looking throw by Grady. He's hitting himself on the helmet. But, Liberty will throw the short pass, but you look at the pass yards or the yards gained per throw. Liberty is averaging big play numbers when they get that ball out to the horizontal wing or they get out to the inside receiver. We go for a lot of yards.
Yep. Big play offense with the passing. Now Whitehouse to either side. They're going to run a little crossback right up the middle, pounding forward. That's going to be close to a Tiger first down. They mark it ahead, a gain of 6 on the play. Good old power football.
Yeah, good job by number 71, Clayton Seal, left side of the offensive line. Talked about him earlier, sophomore Kellen Weimer down there, Brian. Looks like the left side of the offensive line, they see a matchup because we're pounding the ball on the left side of the line.
That is definitely the focus so far.
Giesecke, your other tackle. All right. Give. No, play action. In trouble, Miller, and wisely tucks it under. Patrick Henry ran a stunt, and they nailed Liberty Center for a big loss.
Yeah, Grant Smith, we talked about him in the pregame, Brian. There he is, sack number 5. Very difficult to handle one-on-one.
Yeah, I think he has some Division I interest. You'll see him. He's going to be very active. He is a game wrecker from the defensive lineman position. Made a big play there.
Looks like he's playing opposite to his strength, so he's on that weak side going one-on-one against the tackle.
All right, we got Colley spread out wide over to this side with a single setback. Cruz in motion. They're going to give it right up the middle to Rentz, and he'll pound back, get back about what they lost. Or get back most of what they lost on that sack.
In a game like this, with limited possessions, penalties against you are deadly. Field possession and certainly getting behind the chains with penalties and negative plays. Patrick Henry so far has done a good job against Liberty's run.
All right, now Garber. He'll spread out wide this side along with Colley. Tigers with a single setback, and now Cruz shifts over to this side. Miller out of the gun, rolls this way, stops, looks, fires upfield, and it's going to be intercepted at the 45-yard line. A rider running around the far side, looking for room, and bangs his way all the way down to the 20-yard line. Oh, boy, that one floated.
Kiefer Holloway, number 11, and that was a really questionable read there by Grady, Brian. I mean, I think he saw a 9-cut, but did not put enough air underneath it, and Patrick Henry inside Liberty's, 20-yard line. Woo, that's a tough one right there.
Yeah, that ball fluttered a little bit out of the hand of Grady, and this could be a very important game on turnovers. We talked about Patrick Henry having problems turnovers throughout the season. This could be a very important battle here on the turnovers.
All right, P8 shows a couple of wideouts to this side along with a slot back over here. Krieger, of course, out of the gun. He's going to run it around the right side, go out of blocking, takes on a tackler, and bores his way down inside the 15, gain of 5.
Lincoln Krieger is a physical guy. He's not one of those athletes that finds the sidelines. Brian, he finished that run, put his shoulders, ran behind his shoulder pads, and finished that run right there.
Yeah, he did, but Thomas Muller came down and laid the wood, too. I'm telling you, from a quarterback position, you take a few of those, all of a sudden it's not very fun to throw the football because your shoulder's hurting. So Liberty's going to continue to bring the heat here in the run game.
All right, we'll call it 2nd down and 4. Ball at the, we'll call it the 13-yard line. Patrick Henry with that wide split to the right side, the short side of the field. He's going to keep it again. Hey, up right there, and the Tigers meet him head on. Maybe a yard, and that's it.
Nice job. Now, Max Walker, good read, got to the point of attack. Liberty's interior down 3, Brian, holding their water there, doing a good job of stymieing blocks, getting off blocks, and making plays.
Well, it's 4-down territory, obviously.
Yes, it is.
Yep, ball to 12. So Liberty Center's got to find a way to overcome the unfortunate turnover here in the Patrick Henry side of the field. 3rd down and 3. Now under center, Krieger. He's running with a full house backfield. Give to the 3rd back, looking for room, spins forward, gets down inside the 10. And we'll wait and see. Boy, this is close. Yep.
It's a 1st down.
It's a 1st down, so Patrick Henry converts, and now they've got 1st and goal on the 8-yard line.
Jaden Rudder, their 2nd leading rusher. That's basically off-tackle power against Liberty Center's strength, and Patrick Henry is not backing down early in this game. Power on power. That was a 35 power for a 1st down.
All right, Krieger comes out under center. Single setback, splits to either side. Give that. No, Krieger keeps it. He'll try to pound ahead, maybe a yard on the play. The Tigers swarm to the football.
Liberty getting a lot of hats on the running back and the quarterback, Brian. Exactly what you talked about. Not 1 or 2 guys. You want 6 or 7 guys laying wood on that quarterback as he tries to keep that ball on that option right there.
All right, gain it. Gain of 2. 6-yard line now. 2nd goal on that 6.
Clock is ticking. Under 3 minutes to go on this snap, Spike.
Wow, you're right. A fast clock. All right, they've got the loaded backfield, and now Krieger pulls up out of there now. Play clock down to 3. Takes the snap, gives it to the last guy, looking for a hole. Nothing doing there. Maybe a yard, and that's it.
Liberty Center now starting to win some snaps, Brian Babcock. That's 2 in a row. That was also 35 power look with 2 lead backs on the left side. Liberty doing a good job up front.
Yeah, Kellen Weimer stymied that one. Kyler Kern from the backside. Line of scrimmage. There is some big-time contact happening down here.
All right. Wow, what a ball game. Hit, Liberty, hit. Give him some Kip Karn stuff. All right, 3rd and goal at the 5.
Play action, here he goes.
Yep, rolling out, looking nothing there, has to scramble. He's hit short of the goal line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they run that RPO, run-pass option, and when you got a guy like Lincoln Krieger who can handle that, and I tell you, he did a good job of looking through his progressions, Brian, and making the decision to get some yards there.
Yeah, he did, man. There was a collision there. That was a big-time hit by 3 or 4 Tigers, and here we go.
Lincoln Krieger is put together like a man. He is put together. He's been in a weight room. He's put himself on about 210 pounds. He looks ready to run the football a bunch tonight.
All right, Patrick Henry going to go for it. 4th and goal on the 2. Krieger out of the gun with a single setback. Wide outs to the far side. He's going to roll that way, looking for a hit, and he's smoked under. Bounces off that, and I believe Liberty Center stopped him. They stopped. Wait a minute. Now we're looking for a signal.
Hey, by the way, real quick, there's a flag Second,
got a fumble.
we thought that the whistle blew. Brian, that's Thomas Moeller again coming downhill and meeting that quarterback right the hole, just like you talked about.
Yeah, big time hit. I think he fumbled, and I think a Patrick Henry player picked it up in the end zone. Been an interesting call here.
Touchdown.
Well, I tell you what, you don't, because your name is Liberty Center and you wear the orange and black, you don't get every break. And it was a bad break. The Tigers just have to play above it.
Well, it was a turnover, and Brian talked about it. Turnovers are really important. On that interception, that really gave Patrick Henry the momentum. Talk about shock. Liberty Center is looking like they're a little bit in shock that Patrick Henry is ready to slug it out, and they're doing a good job so far against Liberty's defense.
All right, the PAT kick on the way. Low line drive, splits the uprights, and with 1:13 left here in the first quarter, Patrick Henry has found a way to take a 7-0 lead over our Tigers.
Tell you what, Brian Babcock, pretty impressive drive by Patrick Henry. You know, we knew they were going to play power. We knew they were going to challenge us. We just didn't know they were going to find that early success. What's been the key? You're on the field tonight. What are you seeing in the trenches?
Yeah, if you watch Henry on film, the line of scrimmage, both offensively and defensively, they dominated the leagues up to this point. I mean, there's just gigantic push on film from them. So we're seeing that tonight. This is not a bad offensive line. I mean, they are big and they are physical, and they're having a little bit of success so far. Now, bad break on the fumble there. I think we got to stop, but he fumbled in the end zone, able to pick that up. Unfortunate, but I think Liberty Center will get settled in here and continue to bring the pain.
Patrick Henry's offensive line returns 3 starters. Number 72, Jaden Bishop. Number 55, Adrian Delgado. Center, number 75, Lane Bieterstead. Number 65, Judd Hudson. And number 74, Garrett Rowe. It's a good offensive line with starters and with size. Liberty knew coming into this game they would have to match power with power. Very good job by Patrick Henry in that first drive.
Okay, Liberty Center, Old Crew and Collie back at the 5-yard line. Line drive kick. Collie comes over, grabs it on the 5, heads up the right sideline, looking for a block and a good tackle in the open field, and Liberty Center held inside the 25-yard line.
Excellent coverage there. Of course, their best athlete, Lincoln Krieger, blasts the ball to about the 4 to 5 yard line, and Patrick Henry, good speed, good coverage, and got Cam to the ground pretty well. So Patrick Henry, good job on coverage teams.
Let's see if we get back to the run game here, settle in on offense, get a couple first downs.
Little gimmicky to start the game. I kind of liked it, but then that one penalty got us behind the chains, Bri.
All right. Twin setback, a wide out to either side. They're going to give power football and Patrick Henry all over that. They broke through, and it'll be a loss of 3 yards for the Tigers.
Yeah, Patrick Henry's going to take some chances tonight on run blitzes. Again, we've talked about Bill Inseman. There's a reason why he's a Hall of Fame coach. He understands how to coach against Liberty Center, and so far so good for Patrick Henry's defense.
All right, so Liberty Center comes out with Collie wide to the far side, single setback. Moeller comes back in motion, and they're going to blow that play dead right at the inception.
Going to be a false start against Liberty Center. 2nd and 18, Brian. This looks a little like the Napoleon start. Penalties, turnovers, and sloppy play.
Yeah, that hurts. Already behind the chains on that first down negative play. Now you 2nd and 18. That kind of limits your playbook a little bit here.
That last play was made up by number 15, Jaden Punches, a 6'4", 188-pound senior. Tell you what, Patrick Henry's got length and athleticism, and they've done a good job of reading keys, being disciplined in their run fits so far, and getting Liberty in some tackles for losses.
All right, so the Tigers send Garber out here. Wide. In there, caught, dropped, ouch. Well, it was only about 5 yards upfield, so
ball was thrown a little bit low, and we're seeing a little bit of Caden Crimebrink here trying to throw the football.
Now
so
in there.
3rd and 18 with 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. Spike clock really ticking.
On that last play there, Spike, had a 1-on-1 the outside. Blake Garber. It'll be interesting to see if we don't get a fade him up here on the outside.
All right, Tigers show 3 wideouts.
No safety in the middle of the field.
Brian Brink back to throw. Here comes pressure.
Screen.
Dumps it underneath on a screen. Breaks off of that one tackle, but wow, what a stop.
Wow.
Wow.
What a play.
He had a block.
Jaden punches again, number 15. Plays through the block. That screen was there.
Yes.
Like Whalen had room, but again, great play by number 15, Jaden punches. Wow, what a tackle. And Patrick Henry stops Liberty again on offense.
All right, that's be the end of the first quarter, and this one belongs to the Patriots. They lead our Tigers 7-0.
Hey, while we got a break, like I said, we're going to strip everything down. We're not even going to run commercials. We're just fighting for every bandwidth we can get, but we love our sponsors, and we got to get them in. KK Collision, Meyer Peyton Hop Insurance, the Affinity IT Group, Ohio Asphalt Paving, Davis Farm Services, Swanton Welding, P's and Ello's Pizza, Gerald Green Centers, Holgate Metal Fab, and the Liberty Center Athletic Boosters. And please support them, because without them, you don't hear us.
All right, well, coming into the game, the statistics were pretty even. And is it any surprise that Coach Inselman has got his guys up and ready to go? But fine, I say bring it. Liberty Center's got to face adversity sometime. They can't have a whole plate of turkey every weekend. They've got to know what it is to come back, put the clamp in the ground, and turn the direction the other way. They've just got to grasp that and put it into effect.
Well, Liberty going to be punting inside their 10-yard line, Max Walker. So, again, Patrick Henry looking at good field position to start the second quarter. So, Liberty needs to get this covered and bow their necks on defense.
Patrick Henry with 10 out of their 11 defenders up near the line of scrimmage. They've seen Liberty operate before and know that their possibility is always there. Single return man standing back at the 40-yard line for the Patriots. Line of scrimmage is a 16. Good snap. Gets off a boomer! Wow! Hits at the 42.
Yes,
It'll
sir.
take a great Liberty bounce and blown dead down there at the 30-yard line.
And Spike Whitman, Max Walker with a bazooka. He was punting inside his 10, and he puts it on Patrick Henry's 30. Tell me special teams don't matter.
Officially 52. They'll call it a 52-yard punt.
That was a needed respite to get this field flip. Great job by Max Walker and Liberty Center special teams. That was huge.
All right, now here's where you put the rubber meets the road. We've played against them. They had the short field. They turned it into a score. Now Liberty has got an opportunity to put it right back on them. Krieger out of the gun. He'll fake the handoff, drop back, throw the home run ball, caught upfield near midfield across the 50, down to the Liberty Center 40-yard line.
Brian Shirt.
30-yard play.
Brian Shirt, 6'2", 168-pound junior right down the middle of the field, ran right through the cover two, and just, the cover one single high safety. Really nice looking throw by Lincoln Krieger. We talked about his throwing ability, 50-50, Brian Babcock. That looked like a pretty good throw.
Yeah, it was right on the money. This is what the run game does, right? Opened up the pass game. We know it best. That was a good ball there.
All right, now the Patriots will wide out to the far side. Krieger comes up under center. Long count, hands right up the
straight dive
play, up and gets it down across the 35. That'll be a gain of 6 for the Patriots.
That was quick, a quick hitter. This offense looks a little like Liberty with those quick dives. Great job by number 13, Connor Niederhaus. Just blasted for 7 yards. You can run dives against Liberty for 7 yards and let that clock run. Remember, Liberty possessed the ball to start, so PH gets it at halftime.
Right. Tigers need a stop here in the worst way. So PH on the Tiger 34 out of the gun. Trip receivers here. Krieger's going to keep it. Hit right away. Pow!
Kyler Kern, really good play. Kyler Kern doing a good job of stemming his tackle and playing right through that block for the tackle, and Garrison Cruz finished him.
Yeah, look.
But it's enough for Patrick Henry first down. It was a gain of 3, and that was just enough to move him.
And again, Brian, they're more than happy to move the chains, possess the ball, matriculate down the field, and grind that clock.
All right, so from the Tiger 31, the Patriots come to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide outs to the far side, one over here. Krieger under center with a single setback. Tigers with 9 men up in the box. Quick drop, looks, throws over the middle, and nearly picked off.
Jackson Bartels, that time he sat in the seam, read that route perfectly. Got a little pressure too, Brian. If you can hear me, who was that on the blitz, inside blitz there?
18.
Number 18, Jackson Lonizak really rushed Lincoln Krieger,
yes.
And he kind of almost made a mistake there.
Waylon Rents on the coverage for the Tigers.
There's 10 turnovers there for Patrick Henry that missed. That's going to play
all right,
here.
Up to this point, Patrick Henry's played pretty much error-free football with a little bit of luck at the goal line. Now under center again on 2nd down and 10 in Liberty territory at the 30. Dive straight ahead, and not much going there. The Tigers stiffen it up, and that'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 9 to go.
Good job there. Really impressive by number 33, Xander Zeider, number 50, Max Walker. Xander Zeider winning the block. Liberty winning, starting to win a lot more blocks up there in the run game. 3rd and 8, big down for Liberty, and Spike could be 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't doubt a bit that Patrick Henry's going for all the gusto here, no matter the situation. All right, 3rd and 8. Same set with 2 wideouts over here, 1 there, a single setback. Tigers with man coverage on these wide guys. Quick drop, throw underneath, and that's going to be caught, but I believe it's going to be short of a 1st down. That'll bring up 4th and maybe 3 or 4, 5 yards.
Tackle made by
Lincoln Krieger taking his time looking at the defense, Spike. I believe that was a check with me on that quick slant to number 12, Grant Schwab. So a lot of confidence in Lincoln Krieger to read that defense and maybe make an audible call at the line of scrimmage. Bill Inseman, a lot of confidence in Lincoln
All
Krieger.
right, Tigers defense, you got to come up and make a play. Krieger out of the gun. Now motion right. He's going to run now a little bit of quick reverse, a little chicanery, and the Tigers all over that. They stop the Patrick Henry Patriots right there at the 22-yard line, and the Tigers take over the football.
A little bit of a sprint out, and then counter back to the right side of the line, Brian. I'm not sure you can hear us, but we may have lost Brian Babcock, but Liberty first on the scene. Zeider with the initial hit, and then the Tiger defense swarm with 8 or 9 hats. Big stop, Spike.
Now you've got to have something to hang your hat on. Right there was a big play. That was huge. That is a momentum builder. Now the Tigers have to start getting that erector set built to the sky. Here we go. Under center, Miller. They're going to run a pitch sweep to the outside. Patrick Henry flows to the ball and stays up on his feet, but very short gain. Patrick Henry flew to the ball.
You know, that is a toss sweep to the left side of the offensive line, or a 5 toss sweeps, 7 sweep, and Patrick Henry doing a great job in pursuit from the secondary. That was safeties, that was corners, everybody playing complementary tackle football right there.
All right, Tigers pick up a yard, so 2nd down and 9. Ball's at their own 26. Tigers with the tight formation, Miller under center. Now motion this way. They're going to give to the motion man. And tripped up. No gain. And the Patriots are playing, if I could say so, inspired football.
Cale Schrader, 5'10", junior, just blasted through the Tiger blocker for the negative play. That was impressive. I mean, they are playing with speed. They are playing with discipline, and they're playing with some power. Patrick Henry and their 4-man line doing a good job of holding the line of scrimmage, but those athletes, Spike, in the linebacking core, the secondary, doing a great job run filling.
All right, Tigers send 2 wideouts to this side of the field. Man in the slot, back to throw. Miller over the middle. That's caught. That's going to be a first down. That quick post route inside, caught by Cruz, and the Tigers turn that into a 17-yard gain and a first down.
I'll tell you what, the key to that play, we picked up the blitz. They ran a blitz right over the center. We picked him up. I'm not sure if that was Waylon Rentz or
Rentz.
Thomas Moeller, but great blitz pickup and then a great catch. I think you're going to see a lot more of some of those throws to number 30 tonight, Garrison Cruz, who is a big weapon out of the slot.
Yes, he is. All right, Tiger show wing left package. Twin setbacks over here. Give on a dive, and that goes nowhere. And
Timeout,
down
Patrick
right
Henry.
at the 40.
Timeout,
No
Patrick
play.
Henry.
No
Brian,
play.
you got us down here. What are you seeing down there?
Yeah, I'm back. Nice play there. Garrison Cruz. I don't know if he came from his wing spot there, almost like a little pop pass with those linebackers up. Grady fitted right over the top. Nice little pitch and catch there for Liberty Center.
Tell you what, I think we have a lot of opportunities for Garrison Cruz. We've talked about it. He is our leading pass catcher. Got a great set of hands, but you get him free, Brian, in the seam, down the numbers, in the middle of the field. He is dangerous on yards after contact or just blasted through safeties.
Yeah, you saw it there. He was one tackle away from breaking that thing wide open. He's just such a big body. Tough to bring down, Garrison Cruz.
Yeah, you know, Liberty Center, if they have to come back and they have to use a lot of it through the air, so be it. Liberty Center's quarterbacks are averaging around 64% completion rate, and that, to my knowledge, to my memory, is as big as it's ever been. We can throw the ball, and we can catch the ball, and we can block. It's just a simple matter of outguessing, out-battling Patrick Henry and win the chess match.
Well, just a great job, again, by Waylon Rentz on the blitz pickup. They sent one more than we had blockers, and Waylon gave Grady just enough time to make that completion. It was a good throw as well.
All right, Moeller lines up out here as a wingback on this side, double wing set with Cruz. He'll come in motion. They'll give it straight ahead, and Patrick Henry right there, and maybe a yard on the play, and that is it. Wow, that's going to bring up second down and maybe 9 to go. The Liberty Center still inside their own territory.
Tell you what, an impressive job by the front there by Patrick Henry. Again, winning blocks. Jude Hudson, you know, again, defensive tackle, just got into his blocker, won that block, and made a great tackle for no gain against Waylon Rentz.
Hey, this is the football we've seen out of Patrick Henry for the last 35 years. I mean, this is what they do, and they do it well. We've got to find a way to beat it. Now Miller tries to keep it around the side, breaks one, and pounds his way forward up across the 40 to the 41, but only got out there for a yard. Looked like he had running room, but PH is flowing to the ball.
Now Lincoln Krieger came off the edge there and got into his block and forced Grady inside. And then, again, Patrick Henry, like Liberty, getting a lot of hats on the ball, Spike. 3rd and 9. These are not downs that we like to operate in. We like to be in those 3rd and shorts, 3rd and less than 5s. And PH's defense has put Liberty Center to the test early on.
Okay. Garber and Cruz, or
Cam Colley
spread out wide over here, and now we're going to have a timeout on the field.
Hey, while we got a timeout here, if you're out on YouTube, click that bell button, subscribe to the channel. Also, we have started a subscription thing on YouTube, and we're going to have some bonus content, interviews, highlights. Those are going to go into our bonus coverage stuff, and we're developing that. So we thank you if you're out there on our web platform. Hang in there with us. We're making some changes. We're getting ready for winter sports. Believe that already? I'm working on the winter broadcast
Wait a minute. We are
schedule.
not thinking winter here, March
Well,
live.
I am.
Well, we are not, Spike Whitman. We're in the midst of a football season.
Well, I'm not done with fall, but I got to start working on winter stuff.
Spike, this is a big, big conversion for Liberty. You are at the 5-minute mark, and the way both teams have run the football, this clock is getting away from you a little bit.
Right.
Possessions
right.
now. We got to value possession. This is a big 3rd and 9 for Liberty Center.
Yep, Liberty Center has just got to keep the football here. As you brought up earlier, they get the second half kickoff.
Yeah, Patrick Henry.
3rd down and 9 for Liberty Center following the timeout.
Let's see if we can find it. We need to find an explosive play here.
Miller over the middle, and a perfect timing. Wow. What a terrific tackle.
Grant Schwab.
I tell you what, he grabbed his flag, though. He grabbed it.
I don't know. Grant Schwab did a great job. He arrived, Spike, right with Lonazak. It was a great play by the safety, Grant Schwab, number 12. So.
Yep, the route was run perfectly. He had the necessary yardage, but he was hit instantaneously.
He was backfield the punt. Looks like his shoulder, Grant Schwab, he's getting off the field. He got switched out, so he definitely had made a great hit, but got himself banged up.
All right, give credit where credit was due. All right, back to punt. Boy, what a nice floater. That's going to hit at the 20, bounce up to him at the 12. They've got coverage. T-Lay there. T-Lay runs him down.
Tell you what, we were in great spot. Isaac Orth was coming up the seam there, but Tyler Lay, great play, open field tackle, and another great punt by Max Walker. Wow.
That's not the guy you want running you down right there, Tyler Lay.
No. It looked like a lot of red shirts exited the scene, made some business decisions when 51 was coming downhill.
51-yard punt. So that's a pair of 50-yarders for Max Walker. Now with 4:53 on the clock, Liberty's defense has to come up and rear their ugly head.
Hunter Spangler in this game, coming off a knee, playing inside tackle right now.
He's going to keep it around the right side and pounds his way forward. Krieger picks up half of it right there.
Lincoln Krieger is going to see a lot of action tonight. I mean, he is, guys, when you look at him, and I don't know if you can capture it on film, but he is really put together. I mean, that is a good-looking athlete at 6'2", 210 pounds. And he's running it, he's throwing it, he's playing defense. This Patrick Henry team, to your point, playing inspired football.
Yes,
on
they
homecoming.
are. I mean, they're.
When's the last time Liberty played on someone's homecoming?
That's right, yeah. Okay, PH with a couple over here, wideouts. Under center, Krieger. He'll give to the first back. And not a lot of running room there. No gain on the play.
Oh, boy,
the
here we
Tigers,
go.
Uh-oh.
It's a little, could be a face mask or a little extra.
Yeah, Garrison Cruz picked the runner up and brought him back. I'm not sure if we're going to get excessive here, but it definitely was not. So I hope that's not the call.
Well, that flag came in a little bit late. Personal foul, there it is. Oh,
Tigers clapping.
That's huge. That's a big-time penalty, Brian Babcock. I mean, that backs them up. They're not a very good punting football team, so field position starting to become a premium here for the Tigers.
Oh, man, that's all night long it's been.
Yeah, you got 4 minutes left. Liberty's still with 2 timeouts, so this would be a big stop. Get the ball back around the 50-yard line if you can get this stop, and then you got your wide-open playbook to do what you got to do.
You know, Lincoln Krieger.
Oh, boy, this is a big one.
Lincoln Krieger, Spike, a lot of quick throws. He doesn't stand in the pocket, in a 7-step drop. It's snap, look at his primary, and then make a decision. So Liberty's blitzing gets a little neutralized with those quick throws.
Right. And Patrick Henry has done well at the line of scrimmage battle. I mean, they're moving it. All right, so now 3rd down and 12 yards to go for the Patriots.
Krieger reading the defense.
Ball back at the 13. Long count, drops back, throws the home run ball, and that's going to be way overthrown. Terrific coverage downfield. Cam Colley had that all the way. That stops the clock, and Liberty Center now has a chance to get the ball back in the PH half of the field.
Spike, the play of that series was Max Walker's 50-yard punt.
Yes.
And our great coverage teams by Tyler Lay and Isaac Orth. Liberty now starting to feel it a little bit. This is Casey Moeller. He likes great special teams. He likes field position. Liberty's got to strike here on offense, however.
All right, so now 4th and 13 from the 10-yard line. The Tigers, 2 return men lining up just inside the 50. Here is a high boomer, and that's going to hit short at the 40. Boy, nothing you could do with that. That was just too short to come up and play, and then it takes the 10-yard roll. But it's immaterial. We're at midfield. It's time to grab that momentum stick and play some kick card football.
We have an injury on the field, and I'm not sure. Is there a flag right next to number 52? Looks like it. That looks like a flag. Number 52 writhing in pain for Patrick Henry.
Yeah, I think they're going to call blindside block.
Acavian Kreider, a 5'9", 190-pound junior, number 52. There is a flag there.
They're going to be a blindside block.
Against Liberty?
I believe so.
That's a big penalty because we're already backed up to the 45-yard line, 46-yard line.
Personal foul. Defense. Blindside block. 15-yard penalty.
Well, that takes Liberty even deeper.
Now back to about the 35.
Away from the strike zone. We had an opportunity there, that penalty, and I'm telling you, Casey's not going to like that penalty where that took place. Brian, did you get a chance to see that blindside block or not?
No, I didn't see it. I mean, it was almost at the line of scrimmage, so not sure how would have happened because the play never really got going on the return.
Well, they're looking at some rib cages right there, so there was definitely a...
Well, and Bill Inselman's arguing that it was pre-punt, and they're waving it off. So,
all right. Brian, this guy going to need a stretcher or an ambulance or something? Or are you going to be okay?
I don't know. It looks like he got that wind knocked out of him.
Yeah.
No, he's up now, and
good.
he's walking off under his own power.
Good. We don't want to see anybody hurt in this game, but good linebacker, too, for them on defense. So Kreider, one of their starting linebackers on defense. But Liberty Center is going to be physical, and they like to be physical on special teams, Brian, and you've seen that a lot this year. They send a lot of messages on special teams.
So they're going to walk off 15 yards from the spot here.
That's big.
Yep. Changes field position.
Do not like those penalties. So far, Patrick Henry has kept our explosive running game. They've kept a lid on it.
Yes, they have
kept a lid on it.
They have really bottled it up. We've never been able to get any kind of rhythm to the attack. So Liberty comes out. Garber spread out wide over here. Wing right set with Crew, double wing set. Now motion this way. They're going to power right up the middle. Breaks through one tackle. That's Rent staying on his feet all the way back up to the 50-yard line. The Tigers get back all of that yardage and more.
Nice run. Nice blocking by our guards and centers right there. A little 0-1 trap, something the Liberty Center has been running around here for about 45 years. Love the guards and center play. Good job on the 0-1.
Oh, baby. We're right back there where they punted. We got the punt. 3:20 in the clock running, but Liberty Center double wing, motion this way. They're going to give it on a dive straight ahead, and powers down for 7 more, down to the 45-yard line.
Brian Babcock, Liberty Center offensive line now starting to put together some combination blocks and getting vertical with the running game.
Yeah, another nice hole there for Whalen. Yeah, it's nice to see some bigger holes. It's two of the better runs we've had all night.
All right, Tigers got a little something cooking here. All right, they stick with that double wing. Crew's in motion. They power it straight ahead. Wrench breaks off one. Still going. Still driving and pounding. What a heroic run. That's a gain of about 8 yards. A Liberty Center Tiger first down. I'm telling you, it don't get no better than that. Waylon Wrench turned it on.
Oh, man, Waylon Wrench, the diesel.
There.
Can you tell we're outside?
Yes, and I love being outside.
Man, Waylon Wrench running behind his pads there. Woo.
Yeah,
I mean,
that guy is like a Clydesdale, man. He
telling
almost
you,
puts his elbows on the ground, able to stay up, wards off tackles. What a heck of a run there.
tell you what, Tyler Lay, this offensive line now. This offensive line, Brian Babcock, Spike Whitman. I don't know who's more excited, you or this offensive line. But
oh, you gotta love it. There ain't no press box gonna hold me tonight. This is fun. This is great. This is battling.
I'm in front of him. It's kind of scary.
Here we go.
All right, same double wing set. Now motion to the wide side. They're gonna
There
give
we
it
go.
straight
Off
ahead.
tackle.
Rents on the
There we
power.
go.
He breaks off one.
There we go.
Tackle. Turns
Yes,
on the
sir.
catch. He's into the end zone. He's into the end zone. It's a Liberty Center Tigers touchdown!
Number 19, Waylon Rentz, man. He is now starting to feel it, Brian Babcock. Offensive line, good job, Waylon Rentz. Yards after contact, be your own blocker. Fabulous last 2 runs.
Man, what an initial push by the offensive line, Waylon Rentz. That guy has desire when you're running the football. What a run. Waylon Rentz right there.
That is 5 power, and Waylon Rentz just ripped through the defense.
It's Fitzenreiter to hold, or the snap. There's the hold, good by Kreinbrink, and Ian Rosebrook gone! And in about a minute and a half, we came storming right back down the field. A 65-yard drive, and the Tigers tie it up at 7.
Brian Babcock, just what the doctor ordered. A huge drive by Liberty Center, aided by a couple penalties, but that drive was all about number 19, Waylon Rentz. And Waylon Rentz, Spike and Brian, I want your comment, Brian. He has not carried the ball like the old Liberty Center fullbacks of old. He's carrying it 6 and 7 times a game because these games have been over. Tonight, you're going to see a steady diet of number 19.
Yeah, that's exactly what we needed there of Liberty Center to gain some momentum back. We've been sleepwalking a little bit here through the first half, and Waylon Rentz, that's the guy. I mean, that guy runs with desire, with heart, and he just does not go down on first contact.
Brian, I've got a question. Are you seeing anything different? Patrick Henry bottled up everything we tried to run up until this drive, and now all of a sudden, Liberty's got them back on their heels. What do you credit that to?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, from down here, Spike, though. I know the holes are bigger. The offensive line is definitely getting a push on the drive there, and that was the difference. Waylon Rentz does not need much room to get going.
Wow. That was a Kip Kern run. That was Liberty Center football. What it's been for the last 110 years. All right, now Liberty Center with a little bit of swagger. And Ian Rosebrook set to kick off. Ian approaches. Ian smashes it high and over end. That comes down at the 5-yard line. Tries to cut it across, looking for a seam. Liberty Center there. They slow him down. And a great open field tackle by Tilay. And they held him inside the 25-yard line. Another good job by special teams.
Brian Hefflinger has these special teams playing grade A coverage, Brian.
Yeah, these guys fly around. Caden Sonberger on that one there as well. And interesting, Liberty Center, you got 2 minutes. We got 2 TOs. We'll see if we can't get a timeout here and get the ball back.
Do you run anything special here on defense? 2 minutes to go.
Well, Spike, they might want to throw the ball to get the ball down the field because I'm not sure they can run it and get breakaway plays, explosive plays. So watch the throw here on the top of your screen. 2
wideouts to the wide side, the far side. Under center, they're going to give it right up the middle. No, he's going to keep it. Breaks through one, and finally Liberty Center rallies to the ball, but a gain of 18 yards up to the 38 on a PH first down.
He's a problem to handle on the perimeter, and it was a good job. He stuck that option right into the belly, and it's hard to see on field level that he's got it kept, and you get him in the open field, he is dangerous.
Yeah, the defensive end got collapsed down there a little bit. That's one area you don't want to let him get. He gets outside, he's got some juice.
Those are explosive running plays for him on the outside.
All spotted at their own 37-yard line. Clock at a minute 50. 1st and 10 Patriots. Wing, quick drop, throws over there, a little quick slant or to the outside, down and out and incomplete.
Lane Jackson with the catch. Got out of bounds to stop the clock.
I couldn't see it. It was screened off.
Stop the clock, got out of bounds.
I see. Yeah, I that every indication was incomplete, but with the team in between.
I look for Patrick Henry here, Spike.
All right, now
with Lincoln to get down the field on a couple throws.
All right, they come right back out with that double wide out to the wide side.
Watch that tight end, Trent Johnson.
Hash.
That Trent Johnson is a good pass receiver at tight end, right tight end here.
Low snap. Krieger grabs it, has to roll, has to fire it out there. Nobody in the vicinity. That was a low snap, and the Tigers broke through that offensive line.
Xander Zeider Good job. His pursuit angle discipline right there, Brian, and kept him in the pocket with no room to run on the perimeter.
Yeah, Scott, you mentioned the tight end. I think he had the tight end initially. He was just flush from the pocket there, couldn't set his feet and make the throw.
Well, they had the wide side of the field, and I'm impressed the way Trent Johnson catches the football. And you get someone right down the middle of the field, and they get behind a safety. That is a touchdown play. We gave that up against Napoleon, so be very wary of the middle of the field here.
All right, Patriots make a change. Now they come out with the same set, 2 to the wide side, and out of the gun. He's going to keep it around that right side. Tigers there to slow him down.
There you go. Jackson Bartell.
Bartels, and they hold him in. They hold him in to no gain. No gain on that robust attempt to beat the Tigers on the outside.
Liberty might use some timeouts here. We're going to see Casey calls timeout with 1:18 to go, and the clock's still running. I'd like to get those 2 seconds back, but I was thinking, Brian, that he was going to call a timeout at 1:23, 1:22 on the stop. But good timeout by Casey at 4th and 2.
What a play there. Jackson Bartels
Big
stay
time.
on his outside against the best athlete on Patrick Henry's team. Kept that outside arm, able to and let the other defenders come and help him out there.
Spike, Liberty doing a really good job. And we talked about those kind of outside snipers.
Yes,
they were going to get stressed tonight, Brian and Spike. Those snipers are starting to stand up and keep Lincoln Krieger inside.
Sometimes you got to get hit in the chops a few times to get woke up. If you're in a street fight, you don't go down on one punch, and the Tigers are answering the bell.
That is the last 5 Evergreen games. Remember Evergreen?
Yeah.
We get hit in the mouth, and then we go, oh,
yeah,
we got to play.
All right, now there is nothing assumed here. It's 4th down and a long 1 yard for the Patriots.
By the way, Lincoln Krieger is your punter and fully capable of doing what he needs to do to pick up a first down, a fake, a throw. So be very wary, in particular when PA.
Back deep, is that Moeller?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Back deep is Moeller. Tigers playing, their whole game is predicated at the line of scrimmage right now. That's important from a defensive standpoint as a just in case. Good snap, and he'll get off the punt. And it's going to come up way short. It takes another Patriots a 3rd time tonight. It's picked up 15 yards on the roll. But for Liberty Center, at least they've got the ball back. And the momentum now is maybe moving around a little. It's just like a rubber ball. It comes bouncing back to you, baby.
Lincoln Krieger doing a great job, just like Max Walker. Excellent punt, good roll. Has Liberty Center pinned at the 17.
Now, who's to say we aren't going to come out and maybe run that jet sweep or that cutting it up inside on a little reverse, because we can get 30 or 40 yards.
Vertical inside run, trap, and power have been plays that have picked up big yardage. I don't see Liberty getting away from the running game here.
Garber spread out wide over here. Miller under center, motion this way. They're going to give it right up the middle, but Patrick Henry there rents breaks one and pounds forward for a couple of yards. Tigers now back at their own 17. They've got to be a little cautious.
Tyler Lay is just a nasty dude. He just took whoever he was blocking and just
Tyler's having a big night.
Boom.
Tyler Lay's having a big night on coverage teams. He's having a big night on the offensive line. Senior Tyler Lay having a good one.
All right, 2nd and 9. This is a big play for Liberty.
Good block
Put it
there.
Back up on the sweep.
There we
Still
go.
going. On his feet, breaks one, pounds his way forward, and the Liberty Center Tigers move the chains.
Another big block by number 51, Tyler Lay. He is really laying some licks tonight, Brian. I'm not sure if you're seeing 51, but he's playing the game of his life up front tonight.
Yeah, he's got a lot of guys on their backs, and he's on top. That's what's happening. He is putting some pancakes out there right now.
I think Spike Liberty has established a series of plays and matchups that they can go to in the second half and feel like they can matriculate down the field, find some big running plays, but so far so good. Inside run has been very effective for Liberty Center.
At halftime, we are going to cover the bands. We'll just let the camera run. You can enjoy that, get a soda pop or some water or whatever, but we're going to cover the bands. Unfortunately, our camera's on the visitor side, so you'll be looking at their backs. But we got a lot of band parents out there, and we appreciate the band, so we'll cover that best we can.
Yeah, 30 seconds left here, guys. I think we're going to have to probably go to the air a couple times. with Caden Kreinbrink, the big arm that he has, be interesting to see what we draw up here offensively.
Well, we got Blake Garber. I think he can get vertical down the field. You've got Cammie, who can get down there, and you've got number 30, Garrison. Liberty's got weapons in the throwing game, and this might be the time to use one.
Double wing set with a single setback. Garber over here, now motion. They run that same stuff.
A little sucker.
They give that little dive up the middle.
That was a little cross.
A lot of action in the middle of the field. I think that was what they call a sucker play, where they're trying to sucker and isolate an offensive lineman for a quick hitter. But Patrick Henry, good read, and looks like Liberty might just take this into the locker room.
Yep.
All right, well, this game, everything we thought it could possibly be, and it is.
It's delivering.
Clock running out. We're tied at 7 at halftime. Wow, what a football game. This is the way it's supposed to be when two arch rivals go at it toe-to-toe.
All right, we're going to take our halftime break here, but first let's hear from our sponsors, KK Collision, Meyer Baden-Up Insurance, the Affinity IT Group, Ohio Asphalt Paving, Davis Farm Services, Swanton Welding, Pizzanello's Pizza, the Gerald Green Centers, Holgate Metal Fab, and the Liberty Center Athletic Boosters. They support us, so please support them. We'll be back right after this halftime break.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please join me in welcoming to the field the marching pride of Tiger Country, the Liberty Center Tiger Marching Band. Band is led this year by Drum Major Savannah Hernandez, Band Captain A.J. Seedorf. Tonight the band is bringing you a special show for 1 week only, and it has her endorsement. The first song deals with standing up against unwanted attention. Sometimes you just need to walk away, turn on a great song, and find a way to dance away those feelings. Have you figured it out yet? Coming to you from the year 2014, this is Taylor Swift and Shake It Off. Drum Major Savannah Hernandez, is your band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the Liberty Center Tiger Marching Band.
We need to get a burger and fries to go. But the line looks like it's all the way to the stands, so yeah. I don't think I'd be back in time to start the game.
See if you can order it like DoorDash.
Yeah. Where's Marky when we need her? She's probably hiding because she knows that we want something.
It was hot. I ran right
You can barely hear the like you just talk like this so I can see if you hear those talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear us talking? Oh, can you? Is it picking up off the... Put them on again. Well, that's a good thing.
Our second one takes us back to one of the best movies from the year 1984. If you're counting, that's 40 years ago. Or no, 30 years ago. Sorry, 94. It was a hit that charted success internationally, won the Academy Award for the Best Song of the Year, and won the singer, Reginald Dwight, also known as Elton John, a Grammy for Best Male Vocal Singer. Featuring a solo by our awesome sophomore trumpet player, Jackson Bowser, this is Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Okay, our final song for this evening was chosen by the band to end our show tonight. Coming to us from the band Journey, you remember them, in the year of 1983, we have a great time bringing here tonight. The band thinks that it is time to go our separate ways.
Jigs, you ready to go?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, we're back here at Big Red Stadium, all tied up at 7. Liberty Center with some late move on the drives there, and Patrick Henry certainly dominated the first quarter. Scott, what did stats look like?
Well, this game's a war. Exactly what we anticipated. Here come some numbers that are going to be reflective of how physical and how tough this game is. Yards in the first half, Liberty Center with 109, Patrick Henry with 91. Two pretty good offenses and not a lot of yardage, Spike. First downs, Liberty Center 7, and a lot of that came late in the second quarter on that big drive when Waylon Rentz took off. Patrick Henry with 5 first downs. Rushing, Waylon Rentz, 11 carries for 86 yards. The Tigers have run for 97. Patrick Henry for 52. Lincoln Krieger, 10 rushes for 49 yards. So Liberty Center leading the statistics, but it's tight. I think that's because we started to take control of the line of scrimmage late in the game, and that could have a lot to do, Brian, with our depth. Passing, Liberty Center 2 for 6, 18 yards and a pick. Grady threw a pick there in the first quarter. And Lincoln Krieger, 3 of 7 for 39 yards. Big play in the middle of the field for a 30-yard gain was his big play. Time of possession, though. Here's the number that's going to shock you. And, Brian, I want you to comment on this. Patrick Henry, 15 minutes and 24 seconds. Liberty Center, 8:36. That's unofficial. And tackles, Garrison Cruz with 8. Thomas Bowler with 5. Rover or safety. And Blake Garber, sniper, with 5. We knew rovers and snipers were going to be big tonight, man, and they're doing the job. But talk about time of possession, Brian.
Yeah, that's huge. That's typically what Liberty Center is doing to other teams with sustained drives, 10, 12, 15-play drives. And Patrick Henry had a couple, extended 8 to 10-play drives, and that's how you drain that clock. And you could tell it. And that's how the whole first half went. And that's why Patrick Henry is tied with Liberty at this point. If you think about a couple other things here, they obviously had the fumble at the goal line that turned into a touchdown for them, a potential interception for Liberty. There's 2 potential turnovers that were missed, and then Liberty Center with the 1. So, you could argue that this is a 3-possession game based on the turnover battle and what actually happened and what actually was not.
Spike, talk a little bit about what you saw early. Talk about shock. I think Patrick Henry came out and shocked us with physicality and the way they played those first 2 drives, but Liberty answered with great special teams and a great run game late in that second quarter.
This is reminiscent of the way it's been over here for the last 25 or 30 years. Patrick Henry comes to play. More so than any other team in the league, not your Archibalds even, or even your Wassions in good years. Patrick Henry brings it. They know Liberty Center's offense, and they've been able to shut us down over the last 3 decades better maybe than any other team.
Ask Rex Lindgren. Rex will tell you Bill Inseman had a lot of answers for Rex's wing T back in the 2000s when Bill went on a big run. Another thing to think about, too, is this whole thing changed. I don't think Bill Inseman thought much of he lost so many skilled guys last year. That team was full of skilled guys. This team is full of physicality, a physical runner at quarterback, a very good offensive line, and a good defensive line. Thing to note, too, to really underscore your point, because you've nailed it, Spike, since 2016, the league winner has come out of this game 6 out of 8 times. So that is really impressive. Like you said, these are 2 blue bloods in this league. In the last 40 years, they've been dominant.
Well, and long playoff runs last year also.
That's for sure.
Patrick Henry made a nice run. Liberty Center, obviously, in the state championship game.
Yeah, they made state semifinals.
Yeah,
they did. Had a great run in D7 last year. They're in D6 this year. And ranked number 9. This game has lived up to the billing, Spike.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I think you're so excited. You got a little bored calling all those touchdowns.
Baby, yeah. This is good. I want the competition. Our Tigers want the competition. All you thousands of fans all over the country, you want the competition, and you're getting it. This is fine football. This is Kip Kern, in-your-face, smash-mouth football.
Another guy I think about who'd love this kind of football, Norm Decker.
Norm
Decker would love this kind of football.
Norm Decker was a forerunner for Rex and some of the great ones.
And Woody Hayes.
But we're talking Liberty Center, Mark.
Woody and
Norm
Bo.
Decker, legendary bad dude.
Okay, set to kick off. Walker, a line drive. That flies down to the goal line.
Yep.
And they're going to say he went over, and it's going to come out to the 20-yard line. Excellent job.
Max Walker, again, a weapon in special teams. Man, it's good to have good special teams, and I think Brian Hefflinger has done a great job getting these kids ready to play football.
All right, first quarter it was all Patrick Henry. We moved the ball on a couple of first downs, and then we stepped on our toes, and things went wrong. Patrick Henry grabbed it. They owned the first quarter into the second, but then Liberty turned it around. We'll see if the Tigers can continue that upswing in tempo here.
Liberty in a three-man front here with 4 linebackers.
Under center is Krieger, long count. Give off that side, not much there. Stuck and held up right there by Gary Cruz. He grabbed him, stopped him up, and that was the end of that story.
Spike our defensive line there. Kyler Kern, really good play there. I think we're getting really good play up front from both Kyler Kern, and I think that's
Goose.
It just held up again. Those tackles are immovable and doing a great job plugging holes. Very impressive, and I think Zeiders had a nice ball game tonight, Brian.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, one thing to note, guys, Stephen Brogan, street closed down here with a wrap on his ankle. I think he's out.
Yeah, I wondered about that, and that is one of our best players at guard and at linebacker.
All right, now out of the gun, 3 receivers to the short side. They're going to dump it underneath, trying to run after the catch, pick up about 6 or 7, and the Patrick Henry Patriots now looking at a 3rd and short.
Nice little design bubble screen, Brian. I think getting the ball down the field will be more difficult, but those controlled passing games matriculate, run the clock.
Yeah, and I think there's not a lot of time when they do pass the football, so I think they're looking at the quick pass game, try to get the ball to Lincoln Krieger's hands.
Are you guys saying that maybe they've realized maybe they can't win the battle of Smash Mouth?
No, what I'm saying is I think ultimately they want to throw the ball a little bit to loosen up Liberty's run defense, because I think the Liberty started to pack it in and play real physical up front, inside run football.
All right, they're 2 wideouts wide to the far side of the field. The wide side, quick drop. Pops it out.
Oh!
Great defensive play. Stepping up to the plate. I believe that was Moeller.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, Cam Colley, Spike.
Cam Colley.
Single digit.
He had that thing squared up, pick 6 like last year. Brian, Cam Colley was right there for the pick 6. What am I missing?
Yeah, there's that quick pass game.
Krieger was too high.
Yes.
That's the only thing that saved him.
There's that quick pass game, and yeah, Cammy was all over that one.
Yeah, great read
now,
by Cam.
Old Crew and Colley standing back at their 40-yard line. Patrick Henry's had some high short punch, take great rolls.
Lincoln Krieger, though, pretty good leg.
Tigers up a little bit closer with the return people. Another floater, fair catch called for by Old Crew. That takes guts. Have to go back over your shoulder, make that fair catch, but the Tigers hold the line. There's no bounce for Patrick Henry. We've got it. Good position at the 40.
Well, good job on that first series by Liberty Center. That was really important, Spike, to come out and put the clamps down. PH was in 3rd and short. Great job by the Tigers.
Now, who's in there at guard if Brogan is out?
Now we have Max Walker at one guard and Tyler Lay at the other. And
Tyler Lay, yeah, okay.
Tyler's
2 small guards.
Yep.
Typical Liberty Center football.
Tyler Lay having a great night.
All right. 2 wideouts to the far side.
There we go. There we go.
Pound up the middle and a gain of about 10, 11 yards on the play. It's right at him. Smash mouth, dive football. Tigers.
Thomas Moeller.
Let's see. Yep, they moved the chains. 10-yard gain. That was Moeller.
Thomas Moeller in a straight dive, but again, it's that offensive line play over there on the left side. And Weimer having a big night, making big blocks as well. Liberty right now taking control of the line of scrimmage.
Hammontree, the tight end on this side, wide out to this side. They're going to give to the second back. That's Moeller, takes on a tackler, and maybe 2 tough yards as they get the ball now into Patrick Henry territory.
Patrick Henry's safeties and outside linebackers have been really good tonight, a lot like Liberty Centers. Both perimeter defenders. Both teams have played really well in the perimeter against that outside run.
All right, so the situation, 2nd down and 9. Ball at the PH 49-yard line. Double wing package. motion this way. They're going to pound it straight ahead, and powering and pinging and janging his way forward. Gain of 7 yards.
I'll tell you what, I love our center. He's doing a great job tonight. Clayton Seal, number 71. Our 2 guards doing a great job. Max Walker and Tyler Lay. Spike, when you see 0-1 in the middle of the field, that's guards and centers. That's Brad Howe. That's Todd Spangler, and that's Nick Miller. Those guys can coach them up, boy.
Oh, buddy. All right. The ball now rests on the 43-yard line of the Patriots. 3rd down and a long 2 to go. They're going to run straight ahead, running room, powers forward, and that's going to be a gain of 5 and another first down.
Another single wing, what we saw early.
Wildcat.
And I tell you what, no better guy to run single wing football than Waylon Rentz.
Waylon Rentz, the drool is running down. The sweat is increasing his body, and those muscles are rippling, and the drive is pounding. That kid's got it.
TH doing a good job, though, tackling him below the waist, because they cannot win high against Waylon Rentz.
All right, full house backfield. Give to the first guy
Nice
on
cut.
a dive, pounding straight ahead.
There
Is
it is.
Cruz. Cruz driving and pounding those legs, pumping those thighs in 15 yards, and the Tigers now moving the football with authority.
Lincoln Krieger on the ground, holding his knee. Lincoln came up to make the play, and great job by Garrison Cruz, but that does not look good as Lincoln Krieger has been really physical tonight. Brian, Lincoln's done a great job. You talked about it earlier about our Rovers coming downhill. You know, Lincoln's been a great impact. He's affected this game on the defensive side of the ball, coming up and filling, and I think that knee looks a little shaky right now.
Yeah, he's been making a lot of plays tonight. You hate to see it. Hopefully this is just a little bang and he can come back. Just you hate to see injuries, doesn't matter who it is.
Well, last year they lost their number 1 quarterback record setter.
Yep.
And that really changed the complexion of their season. And then, of course, the genius that Bill Inseman is put together a great playoff run and got to the state semifinal. But they built it on the back of Lincoln Krieger. And tonight, you could see it, Spike. He's making offensive calls. He's making defensive calls. He's in complete control of this game. It's almost like having another Bill Inseman on the field.
Great player.
Yeah, and he just met, I'm sorry, Spike, he just met Garrison Cruz in the hole, and it was just a collision.
Well, Garrison won and Lincoln Krieger nothing. But, you know, Garrison Cruz straight up dive. Brian, that was an explosive run. Inside run has been where we have picked up explosive run plays, plus 15, plus 20. And you got guys that can really run inside the tackles in Waylon Rentz and Garrison Cruz.
Yeah, and that's what you've seen from Garrison all year. I mean, you don't see him in between the tackles often, but when you do, he's one broken tackle away from taking to the house any time. That was an explosive run there.
Now Lincoln's laying here with a lot of coaches around him. His team is on one knee. This does not
I tell you what,
look
while
good.
we got a timeout here, injury timeout, let's go through our sponsors one more time. They're tending to Lincoln Krieger, and we'll take this opportunity. KK Collision, the leader in the automotive repair industry, 27 years in Northwest Ohio. They offer fast, reliable repair options and stand above the competition. Call 888-533-7801 for your estimate. Meyer Baden Hop Insurance. They believe that insurance is a people business. Building relationships with our clients is what we've been doing since 1933. Affinity IT Group, providing IT solutions, is what we do best. We don't want to be the repair guy. When you have a problem, we want to solve problems before they happen. And we'll get back to these other sponsors. But tell you what, these guys do a great job for us, and do what you can to support them.
You know what?
A lot of local businesses, guys.
Spike and Brian, when you have your best player that does everything for you, and he's physical like Lincoln Krieger, you put him in harm's way.
Yeah.
And that's what happened there. He's been a great player tonight. Now he's banged up.
Okay, the Tigers come to the line. They run that same full house tee. Give to the first back. That's Cruz pounding straight ahead. He's got another 4 or 5 yards. Liberty Center now becoming relentless on the attack.
Brian, it's either number 30 or number 19. What are you seeing down there?
Yeah, another nice hole there, starting to wear on this defensive line. Yep. And these holes are happening. That's why you're seeing these chunk yards, 4, 5, 6, with daylight. And these running backs don't need much daylight, as we have seen all year.
Our offensive line, our depth, our conditioning, and I think Liberty Center now. I tell you what, I really like what I'm seeing on number 60, Kellen Weimer tonight.
All right, Cruz on the left. Wentz in the middle. It's going to be Miller on a keep. Miller's got blockers. Cuts to the outside. Down the sideline.
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1.
Wow, what an RPO.
and a Tiger touchdown! He had the whole cordon of people out in front of there. That was student body sweep. It's a Tiger touchdown, and the Tigers take the lead.
Outstanding job there. Right side of the offensive line, Brian, and exactly what we talked about early in the week. Grady Miller as a runner. You know, you start throwing 3 and 4 guys running the football, man, I tell you, you start wearing and tearing on that defense.
All right. Fitzenreiter to snap. The hold by Kreinbrink. That's good. The kick by Ian Rosebrook is good. 38 out of 39 PAT kicks. 98%. That guy is music.
Yeah, hey, what a great call there by the offense, man. They've been setting that up. And then Grady, perfect timing just to tuck that one and go. Got a great block by both backs, and he was almost untouched there for the touchdown.
Well, and then there was even a bump and a grind there between Grady and Rentz. But Grady kept his balance, kept his composure, made a hip twist, and then turned it up behind the cord.
You started seeing the remnants of the dominance of our offensive line start to take shape in the middle of the second quarter, and that has continued here in the second half. Liberty Center's offensive line now really creating movement, dominance, inside run. Liberty Center 14-7 on the backs of that offensive line, Brian.
Yeah, we'll see what Patrick Henry does here. I mean, obviously Lincoln Krieger is the offense. He goes down. That's going to limit a lot of the playbook, you know, with that lack of explosiveness you see from that quarterback position for Patrick Henry.
Lincoln Spike is just in control. He runs everything. I mean, he's like a coach on the field. You can see complete command. And when you take that, not just the talent, but you take that poise and maturity off the field, see if PH has an answer.
The injuries are horrible. You get a few short years as a high school player, and you hate to see anything of that be eliminated. All right, all the way down to the goal line. He returns it straight ahead, looks for a hole, and the Tigers meet him there right at the 20-yard line. Home sweet home for the defense.
Will Fitzenreiter, Liberty
25.
Center, doing a great job tonight again on coverage. I mean, Brian Hefflinger all over this thing. Watch him on the field getting after his guys. I mean, you love assistant coach, special teams guy, Brian Babcock. This special teams have been outstanding, and our coverage teams in particular.
Patrick Henry's got another batter down.
These guys are flying in the football. I believe that was Lonazak there on that nice hit, and you see the sidelines too, man. They're all jacked up when they see these big hits.
Will Fitzenreiter followed that up as well. You had a lot of guys, a lot of hats. It's hard to find the number of players and numbers because of a lot of dudes on coverage.
Yeah, let's. We got another injury timeout here, so let's finish up our sponsors. Ohio Asphalt Paving. Let us put over 15 years of paving experience to work for you. Get a free estimate by the next business day. Discover the Ohio Asphalt Paving difference. Go to ohio-asphalt.com for more information. Davis Farm Services, that family-owned agronomy business. Locations in Liberty and Delta, helping Northwest Ohio farmers for well over 50 years.
Impressive.
Swanton Welding, not just a metal fabricator, we're a partner in the success of your fabrication projects. Since 1956, Swanton Welding's dependable team has been delivering the highest quality metal fabrications worldwide. Pizzanello's Pizza, that great family restaurant serving up delicious pizza, wings, subs, and a variety of appetizers right downtown Liberty Center. The Gerald Grain Center is a farmer-owned cooperative located in Northwest Ohio. At Gerald Grain, we strive to do our best with customer service. Call them at 419-598-8025 and see how we may help you. Holgate Metal Fab with 14,000 feet of fabrication area. Holgate Metal Fab is the shop fabrication unit that you can count on. Call us at 599-2000 to see how we can help. And last but not least, a lot of these videos and we get a lot of people saying that our video is great. You know, it's really one of our marquee Diamond Dan Kessler, DDK down there with the thumbs up. And a lot of those are made possible with contributions from our sponsors, but the Liberty Center Athletic Boosters have really stepped up and helped us. I do also, I'm going to give a shout out. I know I'm usually the one that goes, don't do that. But to Nora Rams Live, the Ram Live Sports Live guys are actually watching our game while they're broadcasting their game. So the NWO podcast guys, they're all sitting around the computer watching us as they're doing their game. So, Keith and guys out there, I'm going to say hi to you, and I hope it's warmer where you are because I'm cold and I hate being cold.
Yeah, Mark Blythe, they run a pretty good shop over there at Tenora.
They do.
Good group of guys. There's a lot of good media out there, but Tenora does a great job.
Yep.
I want to mention Hunter Spangler in the game now.
Yes.
They said he just started back this week very light, and he said he was not going to play offense, but he would play defense if the situation got a little bit grim. Well, folks, it got grim, and Hunter is out there in all his robust glory.
Now who's a quarterback? I think it's number
5, maybe?
Number 4.
4.
I'm losing battery down here, guys. You might lose me here.
Cal Schroeder is at quarterback here.
Well, now we've got a whistle.
He doesn't have a mouthpiece in.
5'10", 176-pound junior, number 4, Cal Schroeder at quarterback. We certainly hope Lincoln Krieger is okay. Did not like the way that looked, Spike, but
well, the injuries, and who would know better than you? You had a daughter miss a whole season. Your son is out.
They took the quarterback out for something. No mouthpiece.
Baxter Barrett tore his ACL against Otsego, and Beatrice Barrett tore it against Elmwood. Both
now number 1 is at quarterback.
All right, so the Patriots now have to scramble on offense. They're going to give it off that left side. Running room as they pound it right at the Tigers. Pick up of a couple.
Number 1 is Tristan Rosebrook, a sophomore, 6 foot, 143-pounder. I think ran that snap at quarterback, but
I think.
All right, pretty important. Well, all time, all of it is important. But Patrick Henry, with having to change quarterbacks, this is a drive that, from their standpoint, they've got to have.
You might see them start to hand the ball off more to their fullback and halfback without their top rusher.
Yep. Now straight back in trouble. Throws it. He's got a man out there. This is a foot race, and it's going to be incomplete. Grady came across to help, Grady Miller, but it was Cam Colley, stride for stride. It's incomplete.
A little bit of pressure there on the youngster, Cal Schroeder, but actually that ball was pretty well
nice
thrown
pass
for a left-hander, and his receiver had a step, but Liberty put a little bit of pressure and rushed that throw. Pretty good throw, Brian.
Who got the pressure?
I didn't get the pressure.
Waylon Rentz, I believe, on the pressure, and that was a great job of Grady Miller to come off his receiver and defend that ball there.
Yeah, give their quarterback a lot of credit. He stood in there and
now number 4 is back in there. He must needed a different helmet or something.
Number 4 was on that last snap.
Oh, he was. Okay.
All right, wide out to either side, out of the gun. 3-step drop, looking, now sets up a screen. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. That was Weimer. Aaron Weimer puts the big paws up and puts the ball down.
Great read. I tell you what, that's all Nick Miller right there. You've got to change the playbook a little bit. 3rd and long. Great job by the defensive line. They did not over-penetrate and tipped it. I think that was Xander Zeider on the tip. Really
it was
job.
Kellen Weimer on the tip, but Xander Zeider read the screen and backed up.
Well,
I got you. Good
the
call,
entire
Captain.
defensive line did a great job on that screen read.
All right, so standing at their own 45, Old Crew and Colley. Punt, floater, and that's going to come up short again. It'll take another PH roll, but I think it went out of bounds around midfield.
Without Lincoln, Spike, they're missing a lot of things, but they're also missing a pretty good punter.
Yeah.
And that's you saw a little bit of negative impact on the punt there because Lincoln had put some good punts out there for Patrick Henry.
Yeah, we've not returned one punt.
No,
not
we fair
one, and
catch
that's one
let
of
him
our
roll.
fortes.
Yes. But we are inside their 50, so this is a big drive for Liberty to put a couple score distance. Let's see what we can get done here.
Garber over here. We've got the standard double wing set, single setback. Now motion the other way. They're going to give it no play action. Rolling right, Miller looking for room. Cuts it up, puts his head down, and battles his way forward for 5 yards.
They got Caden Kreinbrink going for the home run ball there. Little boot pass look there, but he did a good job. He didn't see enough of an opening. Pulled it down and ran.
That was not Miller. That was Kreinbrink. Yep. My bad.
You got it. We're switching quarterbacks so fast. You got to pay attention.
I'm not quick enough.
They were looking for the home run ball right there.
All right, they've got Cruz and Colley spread out wide to the far side, under center. They're going to give a power sweep right, breaks through one tackle. Moeller puts his shoulder down and bores his way forward down to the 40.
There are some serious collisions going on
Liberty
now.
Center. Offensive line, Brian Babcock, starting now to turn the tide and start to grind on this Patrick Henry four-man front.
Yeah, you're starting to see the offensive line take its toll here. Like we were saying, 4, 5, 6 yard gash runs. That is happening, and I think it's going to continue happening for the Liberty Center offense.
Yeah, Brian's down on the field. He's got to keep moving. He's got shorts on down there.
All right. Wing right set. They're going to run power
Good
football
run,
off
good
that
cut.
right side. Rentz makes
There
one
it
cut
is.
back
There
the
he's
other way.
gone.
He's out in the
Adios.
open now.
Oh,
They're
he
going
goes.
to get him.
They call it
It's a
no.
Liberty Center
A flag.
41-yard Tiger touchdown.
Oh, they're going to get Gary Cruz on a hold, and that is cheap.
Wow.
No.
That is cheap.
No,
Tough call.
Yeah, I hope it's not on. I hope it's not on Garrison because he absolutely pancaked the kid, and that was definitely not a hold.
Great block by Gary Cruz.
Wow.
Boy, the Liberty Center fan, we're down here in the stands, and Tiger fans from left to right, from east to west, and all across the country didn't like that call.
Well, bottom line is you got to trust the officials there.
Yep.
You know, they're on the field. We're up here. I don't know, Brian. I don't know what you saw, Brian, but I kind of felt like there was a block in the back. I wasn't sure it was Cruz or not, but a big play spoiled by another big penalty.
Well,
yeah, where they threw it was interesting. I mean, it was inside,
Right.
obviously, where the linebackers were, so I'm not even sure how a block in the back happens at that level.
All right, the end result makes it a 1-yard penalty from the spot of the other down, so it's 3rd and 2 now. Now, Kreinbrink goes to hand off, nothing there, fires it upfield, got a man there, and a battle for the football, and they're still battling for it. I don't know who they're going to give the ball to. The ball was definitely caught, and they say that
interception.
The Patriots have stolen it away in that skirmish. Wow!
That was a good-looking throw. It was a little bit to the inside, and Lonizak was to the sideline. It was a good little rollout to Kreinbrink's left. He put a nice spiral on it, but a little bit to the inside. I thought we were going to win that because I thought Lonizak had it, but credit to the Patrick Henry defensive back.
You're not going to throw a football much better than that. He might have been 6 inches to the inside, but when you throw the ball on an angle that far downfield, that was a fine throw. It was a fine play all around, no matter who came up with possession.
Well, the penalty and the interception spoils a 2-score lead for Liberty Center. Here comes Liberty on defense.
All right, now making a play with the Patriots. There's still 5 minutes to go in the third. They're going to try to play power football. Met right there. No gain on the play. That was a smackerino.
Liberty getting real physical, getting real downhill. Number 22, Caden Sonnenberg, came and cleaned it up. Xander Zeider was there, but initially, Spike, it was number 30, Garrison Cruz, who missed the tackle but made the play, slowed the back up, and here comes the troops to clean it up.
Thomas Moeller in there as well, big hit.
Thomas coming down from that rover spot all night long, doing a great job playing the run. I'll tell you what, our DBs tonight, Brian, done an excellent job supporting run tonight.
Yeah, they're filling the box very well from the safety and sniper spots.
All right, 2nd and 9 from Patrick Henry's own 22-yard line. Under center, quick drop, lofts it out there, caught underneath, tries to find running room, and the Tigers swarm to the ball. Great coverage and an excellent Tiger defense.
Cam Colley Sr. got off of his block. Liberty again, defensive backs making plays in the open field. I love the way our defensive backs are playing tonight, Spike. As a unit, they've been phenomenal.
Scott, we had junior high games last night, Spike, and our DBs, they didn't make a lot of tackles, but they made a lot of plays.
Yeah.
A lot of plays.
All right, no gain on the play, so 3rd down and 9. Patrick Henry back on their own 22-yard line. 3:20 left here in the third quarter. Out of the gun, back to throw, has time, lofts it up there. Long ball, one-on-one, and incomplete. Sonnenberg stayed with his man, never really made enough contact to draw a call, and he made it nearly impossible for the receiver to make the play. Outstanding defense.
Great job by just like you said, Sonnenberg, great coverage. But I tell you what, that ball was pretty well thrown by Cal Schroeder. He did a good job throwing that football. The lefty has thrown some nice balls here in the third quarter, but Liberty Center just starting to lock things down. Great corner play. I've said it all night long. That time against the pass, Brian, Liberty's been there.
Starting to see the transition on Patrick Henry on offense, going away from the run towards the pass now.
Standing back at his 10-yard line. Low line drive. That's going to take one hop, picked up there by Colley. Colley squirts and skims and bangs his way forward and down to the 45-yard line. Good, tough 7-yard return.
Let's see if Liberty can continue to establish that line of scrimmage inside run that's been the formula since the middle part of the second quarter. Boy, that last drive, could have taken control of this game, and the penalty and the pick, Liberty Center back on offense.
All right, here comes Liberty Center to the line of scrimmage. They've got Moeller, the deep back, out of the I formation. Cruz, the lead back. Give it to Cruz straight ahead. Cruz will pound forward for about 4 yards on the play.
You'd say Tyler Lay gets to the third level, the second and a half level, and just barrels into a linebacker and pancakes him. I say Tyler Lay has had a great game tonight.
He's like a gorilla. He gets on top of you, and it's over. He is like a gorilla.
He's like a pocket Hercules.
All right, 3 yards gained, 2nd and 7. Tigers with a double wing package now. Moeller the setback. Rentz. They'll give it to Rentz, powering up the middle. Rentz pounds and drives his way down behind the left side of the offensive line. He'll pick up about 5 on the play.
And Kellen Weimer again just starting to impose his will on the left side. And Spike, you want the quick touchdowns because it's like a sugar high, but sometimes these body blows wear and grind, matriculate, pound, and dominate, take someone's manhood. Liberty Center is in the process.
It's like a heavyweight prize fighter. You don't win the fight in the 3rd round or the 4th round. It's when you can get that guy in the 10th round and you keep pounding him, eventually you're going to get him. All right, give to the third back. A lot of running room there. Pass outside. Just tripped up was Cruz. He bangs his way down to the 35-yard line, 25-yard line. Gain 17.
Waylon Wrench just absolutely plowed Grant Schwab. Yeah. Those corners are coming to support, but then you got to run into Mr. Smackmouth. I mean, you're talking tough running by Waylon Wrench.
Inside of the Tigers' right side offensive line really did a number on that play.
Clayton
really
Seal having a great game, too.
All right, give to the first back, pounding straight ahead, and it's going to be a relentless 4-yard pickup.
We've talked a lot about our offensive line. Number 71, Clayton Seal now starting to impose his will on inside run as well. I like how our guards and centers have played on inside run, and our tackles now, the Goose, Giesge, and Kellen Weimer just having great games right now. Max Walker also having a great game at guard. Spike, these guys have played really well about the second quarter here.
All right. Now Hammondtree and Cruz shift over to the far side. We got a tight end there. Now they shift back, and illegal motion.
Oh, yeah.
That play was off whack right from the start. So Tigers 2nd down and 8.
We have a penalty flag here.
It's going to be changed now to where they're going to be behind the chains after that motion.
Liberty needs another touchdown here to kind of get control of this football game. I do not like one-score games with Bill Inseman over there scheming up plays. So Liberty cannot cost themselves another drive. Illegal shift was the call, Spike.
It's a 5-yard walk-off. Remains 2nd down and 12.
Casey hates being behind the chains. It's 2nd and 12. 35 seconds to go. Liberty has really come out and dominated time of possession. That's all about the run game, and it's all about those offensive linemen.
All right, Liberty Center comes out, 2nd and 12. They've got wide out to this side. Double wing set. And here's the jet sweep. Cutting it back on the inside. Now cuts to the out. Cuts it back inside. And weaving his way, pounding his way forward. That's a gain of 15 yards. And the Tigers move the chains again.
Thomas Moeller just really making his way in there, Spike. Great cuts. There was at least 2 cuts. I might have missed the third, but great reads on the blocks as well.
Boy, that was just like they draw it up. Downfield blocking. I mean, power running. All right, now the Tigers are going to shift over to the far side. They got the strong set to the left. Here is Power straight up the middle. No on a dive play, and the Tigers continue to grind out yardage. Boy, this is vintage 1938 type football. Pound it right at them, where the scores would be 8-7 and 14-6. This is Liberty Center, vintage Liberty Center football. This is Cape Card football. This is what it's all about.
Hey, well, we got our quarter break here. Again, we always want to thank our sponsors, but you know what? A couple things that we're doing. If you're out there watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell here. That helps us. We're just about at that next level on YouTube. But, man, 21,000 views already, or 200. Wait, what is it? Oh, tonight, 3,500 on there. But for the season already, we're at, big numbers. And that just is a tribute to you fans out there watching us, and we appreciate that. I know this is a labor of love for us. Some days it's more labor, some days it's
Oh, yeah.
Well, you and Boom Boom were laboring in the pregame, scrambling.
Yeah, you don't even want to know what we had to
make
do
this game possible. Great job by you two to make it work tonight.
Yeah, with you, this is one of those areas that you never know Verizon signal what you're going to get out here. And we brought everything up, and it basically puked. And so we had to figure it out. That's the pregame, Casey Moeller's interview. I'll post that when I get back home. That was kind of the victim of our little stymiling. So, all right, well, we're ready to go here. The final quarter, Liberty up 14-7.
All right, Scott, you just mentioned it a few plays ago. Getting this touchdown is huge. We've got to finish this series. All right, Tigers on the 11. They're going to run motion this way. The sweep, they give it and breaks one. Pounds forward. That is good forward progress. That's relentless, driving, positive yardage football, and a late flag on the play.
It's getting pretty chippy and pretty physical. I'm not sure we have Brian. Is Brian on or is he gone?
No, he's gone.
Brian is gone. His battery is out. But Liberty Center and Patrick Henry, a little post-whistle activity. We're seeing a lot of heavy-duty hitting and blocking at this point. So
yeah, I'm not sure they're going to call that. I saw the scuffle, but
anxious to see. Tell you
well,
what, these penalties, Spike, on these drives, I understand that happens, but this is about the third time tonight that we've been in the red zone or we've been in good rhythm and had big 15-yard penalties.
Coaches are saying it was against Patrick Henry, so we'll see here. He's going to step back out.
I kind of felt like I saw a Patrick Henry Patriot engaged in some post-whistle shenanigans.
Now the walk-off will go against Liberty Center, and now once knocking on the door inside around the 10-yard line, now that ball is shoved back, and Liberty Center now facing a 3rd and 17. And we've got a lot of football left. All it takes is one big play, and this game could be tied.
We've got to come away with points and make this a 2-score game no matter what. You may be looking at 4-down territory, Spike.
Yeah. All right, Miller under center, double wing set, motion this way. They're going to run that pitch sweep, the jet sweep there, trying to turn it up but slowed down, and maybe 5 on the play is it. Great tackle by the Patriots as they broke through.
Grant Smith, outstanding defender. We've kept him somewhat quiet. He was dominant early and kind of went in the closet, but great play by Grant.
Liberty's field goal units on the field.
That's a big field goal here. It's a long field goal.
16, the ball on the 16-yard line. That would make it a 33-yard attempt. Hey, that's what this game is all about. That's why they call it football. This is big. Ian Rosebrook, 3 out of 4 on field goal attempts this year. 33-yarder on the way. High snap, good grab, kick is up, and that never had a chance.
High snap.
To tell you what, Patrick Henry hanging in there. Liberty's penalties inside the red zone has cost him at least 2, 1 touchdown for sure, and certainly some points on that drive. And you know what? You do not want to be on the road giving Bill Inseman life. You want to put your foot on the throat and finish it. Here comes Patrick Henry again, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm impressed the way Cal Schroeder throws the football. And now they've, as Brian indicated, they were a running dominant offense with Lincoln Krieger. Well, that script has flipped, and Bill Inseman knows how to do both.
Yeah,
he had them throwing it last year, went to a running deal. Tonight they're throwing it, so Liberty's defensive backs have got to come up big. We need some pressure on the quarterback as well.
All right. Spangler still in there, mobilizing that interior defense. Now under center, Patriots.
They'll throw it.
Drops back to throw the home run ball. And that's
pass interference.
Oh, no. I don't think that ball was catchable, and they're going to get him for pass interference.
Grady threw him to the ground. Absolutely pass interference. Number 88, Trent Johnson. You know, he's the guy coming off the tight end spot or in that short slot and got vertical down the field, and he's a problem. And Grady has been absolutely perfect in coverage, but there's a big play right there, pass interference.
You know, and you know what? From a Liberty Center standpoint, if this is the way it's got to be, then that's the way it's got to be. We have to learn to be able to play through these issues, these problems. We have to face pressure.
Well, another 15-yard penalty against Liberty Center. And, man, that is a big one. Patrick Henry now on the drive here with 10:43 to go.
All right, so the Patriots come out under center, tight formation. They're going to give it off that left side. Nowhere to go there. Stopped right now. No gain on the play.
I think Liberty Center, their defensive and offensive lines, they have dominated the second half. I think Garrison's going to limp off here for a second. I think he's going to be okay, though. But bottom line, Lonazak checks in. But I think now Patrick Henry's going to have to throw the ball. I think Casey Moeller had Garrison Cruz go down to give our kids a breather. Probably a pretty smart, but the old Rex Lindgren move. Get on the ground, don't get up.
Get down.
Get a breather, get fresh. You want to be fresh on defense.
You talk about this quarterback, and we may see him tomorrow. We'll have the JV version of this game tomorrow from Liberty Center. 10 o'clock, we'll also have volleyball. Hicksville and Eden come to town, take on volleyball. Both those games are at 10 o'clock. Also, due to schedule conflicts, we will not have the 1 o'clock soccer game. We don't have the coverage. We can't technologically make that happen. We apologize for that, but we will not have that soccer game. But we will have the 10 o'clock JV football as Patrick Henry travels down Road 7, and that'll be simultaneously running with girls volleyball. Hicksville and Eden, the Eden Bombers, come to town.
Well, this game has gotten very physical, Spike Whitman, and the injuries now are starting to pile up. Garrison Cruz, who's played about every snap tonight on both sides of the ball, effective weapon on both offense and defense. We will get number 18 checked in for Liberty Center. That's Jackson Lonazak, good-looking athlete as a sophomore, but that's a pretty big injury potentially for Liberty Center if Garrison's hurt. Now, I received a instant message or a direct message. We often do during our broadcasts. Somebody wanted me to define what matriculate means. Craig Myers said, Scott, please define that for your audience. Well, basically that is a slow and steady positive yards all the way. That's an old Vince Lombardi term, matriculate down the field. You know, you impose your will, you grind the clock out, and you score your touchdowns. But Liberty's penalties have been huge here.
I just got another one, too, from New Hampshire. People watching from New Hampshire.
Hi, New Hampshire. Hey, now they give straight back and breaks through one, and on another, picks it out in the clear. It's a one-man battle and a face mask, and Patrick Henry all of a sudden has turned things around. The switch was flipped.
15 more yards will be added to that run. That's going to put him inside Liberty's 20. My goodness. Liberty has put together some phenomenal drives, and penalties have ruined the opportunity to put this game away. And here comes Patrick Henry. Man, oh man, these penalties now. Spike, I'm not sure what the penalty yardage is, but it is enormous tonight. And the penalties are huge. Wow.
All right, now the ball sits out there somewhere around the 25-yard line, inside the 25. And Patrick Henry with an opportunity to climb right back up into this thing. The Tiger defense has got to arise to the occasion. Going with a full house backfield, give up the middle. Not much running room there. Zyder grabs a hold and
Tyler Kern
down.
on the stop, too. Got off of his block and got right down the line of scrimmage. Spike, good tackle. A lot of Patriots getting off the field slow. Liberty really playing physical, but that does not matter. Liberty has given Patrick Henry life with these enormous drive-stopping penalties and adders onto big plays on the face mask. Impressed. I'm going to say it again. Cal Schroeder, he's done a great job.
Yeah.
In substitution for Lincoln Krieger. Patrick Henry driving.
All right, 2 wideouts to the wide side, under center. They're going to play action. Dumps it out into the flats, and that goes to the deck. I think he might have caught it, but maybe only about a yard on the play as he hit the deck, and that ends it.
Nick Miller subbing in Kellen Weimer, Brady Giesge for Kyler Kern, and number 71 Clayton Seal, keeping them fresh.
Tigers now with a little more speed out there on defense, with it being a 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 7. Ball at the Tiger 20. Boy, what this is a great football game. Power football off the right side. Patriots will pick up a couple, but they're going to bring up 4th down. The Tiger defense stiffens up.
3rd and 7, Spike, and the clock is running. They're going to go for here on 4th
Liberty
down.
Center's got a guy down again, too.
Wow. This game has gotten super physical, and I don't know if he's grabbing a knee or not. Do not like to see this.
No,
Maybe it's a cramp.
It's a cramp. Xander Zyder working the cramp out.
Well, Xander has went through some injuries and has not played every snap of every game due to some injuries. So is that Xander Zyder?
No, Xander had a hold of his leg. It's whoever's got a cramp. So, but hey, once again, join us tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Will be Patrick Henry's JV team will come to Liberty. We'll have that game. Phil Snow will be on the call. We'll not sure who's going to be with him. Might be me. Who knows? We might have a celebrity guest. Also, next Friday, the week's going to be busy, but next Friday is senior night, as the Evergreen Vikings will come to town next Friday to take on our Tigers. And
this game has hung in the balance 11 different directions in 14 different ways, and plays that all of a sudden we thought we were up 2 scores. They call it back. We're moving the football. Penalties. That stopped us. And Patrick Henry looked like they were emotionally spent, drained out of it, and Liberty had the momentum reins, and now all of a sudden we're at 4th and 5. Which way is this going to go? This game, football is such a powerful game.
Tyler Lay was the Tiger. When Lincoln, to your point, Spike, when Lincoln Krieger went out of the game, at that point you felt like Liberty they were gaining the upper hand straight up, but when their best player leaves the field, you really felt like we were going to, and we started to take control.
Yes, it was right there, right for the grab. All right, here we go. Obviously a very important play. 4th and 5 at the Tiger 18.
This might be the play of the game right here.
Out of the gun, a wide out to either side. Straight drop, has time, throws for the end zone.
Got him.
It's going to be up there, a battle
Touchdown.
for the football. Touchdown, Patrick Henry. Unbelievable. 14-13, just under 8 minutes left. And boy, here we go.
Kiefer Holloway, a 5'9", 160-pound sophomore, wins the ball on a great throw by number 4, Cal Schroeder, and I've said it a number of times, the kid can throw the football, and he put that ball right where he needed to put it to give his receiver a chance. A sophomore. That is a sophomore.
And we defended it well.
We did.
We were on him. I mean, that was a great play.
They may
Patrick
be
Henry
going for 2,
I think.
They are going for 2 here.
They're going to call timeout, yep.
Wow. I'll tell you what, as the world turns, man, Liberty was rolling and in control, and this game was right in the palm of our hands, and the penalties have been devastating. So Liberty is going to have to stand tall. We do not want to give Patrick Henry a lead here, Spike, with under 8 minutes to go.
Well, no matter what, we'll speculate here a little. We've got plenty of time to run our offense.
Yep.
We have time. We can afford to grind it out, pick our spots for the possible big play. But it's going to be, Liberty Center is going to have an excellent opportunity to just zone in, tune it in, and put on a clinic here when we get the ball back. We don't know how we're going to come out on this PAT attempt, but we've got plenty of time.
Give Bill Inseman credit.
Oh, yeah.
He has a chance to take a lead. If he goes for this is basically putting his foot in the ground saying, hey, man, we're going up against one of the best teams in Division 5. We're going for the win here on homecoming. That's what this is right here.
Yeah, I
He's
can't
playing
say
for
as
the
I
win.
blame them. They've got a chance to get the ball back anyway. You know. All right, so they're going for 2 here. It's 14-13 Liberty. Ball on the right hash mark. You got to believe they're going to roll left then.
Yep.
There they go. He's looking to run pass option, lobs it out there, caught. Patrick Henry
Flag.
They take
Flag.
the lead.
Hoping that's against PH. Well-designed play. Schroeder rolls left to the field and kind of looks like he's going to run a quarterback sweep and pulls it down and makes the throw to a wide-open receiver in the corner. So let's see what this penalty is going to be. That's huge.
Whoa!
Offensive lineman down finally a penalty against PH.
Whoa!
That matters.
The door swung the other way. Patrick Henry lead has been erased. Liberty lost 6 points on a touchdown. Patrick Henry loses the PAT lob pass to the corner of the end zone.
Well, that was a well-designed play, though. It looked like a quarterback sneak, and
Yes.
our corners and safety started to cheat. Then he tosses it over the head of one of our defenders for an easy 2-point conversion. But, man, that was an important penalty against PH.
Needless to say, the schematics changed drastically. The 5-yard walk-off doesn't make this
I think they're
such
still
an
going
easy.
for it.
Heck, yeah, they're going for the win.
Wow.
This is their opportunity to get a lead late in the game against one of the top teams in Division 5 in the entire state.
Well, you got to give them credit. Give the program at PH credit. These guys are fighters. That's Henry County football for you.
Tell you what, you got to love what Max Walker and Tyler Lay has done without Stephen Brogan, one of the best offensive linemen in the area, Spike.
Yes.
They have played great tonight, and at linebacker. You know, luckily we have all that depth.
All right, so they move the ball to the right hash. Last time, it was the run-pass option going to the left. They've got to throw it into the end zone. Now they play action, dump it out there underneath. That's going to be caught, and he's going to be into the end zone. They convert it from 8 yards out. Anyway, Patrick Henry takes the lead, 15-14.
Another great play design, play action pass. Liberty unloads on the blitz, and basically Cal Schroeder beats the blitz on a real inside quick slant. And there was nobody there because the blitz, we unloaded on the wide side of the field after the play action. And to tell you what, Cal just stayed right in that pocket, made the throw he had to make, and there was no one in the middle of the field to defend it. Bill Inseman drawing it up.
Patrick Henry goes ahead, 7:55 left.
The undisciplined penalties has really raised and reared its ugly head. It did it Napoleon against Napoleon in that first half. They were up 7-6. We cleaned it up and dominated. This second half has been one mistake after the next. Let's see if Liberty can answer here.
Yeah, remember we didn't execute on the field goal attempt.
Right.
It was very makeable, but there was another thing that didn't work. All right, hey, that's the way it is, folks. That's what we got to do. Liberty Center's got to come back, find a way to score. That's all there is. If you want to win, you got to take on all the problems you meet on the road.
Liberty Center, 8 penalties for 77 yards, and that's not the whole story. They were in critical times. They erased touchdowns and possessions that were inside the 10.
Yeah.
That is some tough, tough stuff. Let's see if Liberty can bow their neck. Patrick Henry with new life in the lead. Wow. Now you know why Bill Inseman wanted this one on homecoming. He wanted the electricity.
Yeah.
And he got it tonight.
All right. So now Liberty's kickoff return team moves up an extra 5 yards. Short kick. That's going to bounce once. Picked up right there at the 10-yard, 12-yard line. Return straight ahead. Kicks it to the outside. Boy, he had one last seam to break all the way back to the 40-yard line.
Seth Woods saved a touchdown. Cam was one cut.
Wow.
One cut to our sidelines and he would have been gone. Good job. A senior, 5'9", Seth Woods on the game saver, or probably touchdown-saving touchdown on the return by Cam Colley.
All right, 40-yard line. We got 60 yards of real estate. Tigers come out with a wing left set, 2 setbacks, Miller under center. Here's the power play off the right side. Running room, left side, running room there, pounding straight ahead, I believe.
Another flag.
That was Rents.
I'm wondering if we're going to get
a flag at the line of scrimmage. Upfield.
Going to get a block below the waist on the backside. That's where that happens oftentimes, but maybe we'll get a penalty against Patrick Henry.
Okay, the spot of the
Wow.
All right. Well, hey, we picked up 7, but that's going to be negated on another stinking rotten, no good yellow flag.
Backside holding. What a call. 9th penalty for 97 yards now against Liberty. Unbelievable, the amount of penalties. Wow.
Well, a lot of people in the stands are yelling at the refs, but hey, you've got to execute. Part of that is the mistakes. All right, 1st and 15. We needed a bunch of yards. This is 5 yards is not going to make any difference. All right, we got to go right back after him on 1st down. All right, wide out over here, wing left set. They're going to play power football again. Breaks one tackle, Rents. He'll pound his way forward for about 7 yards on the play. That'll make it bring up 2nd down and a manageable 8.
And the clock is running with 7:12. By the time we snap this ball, it's going to be under 7 minutes. Liberty's got to make this count.
Boy, what a football game. Wow. Breaks and shakes and makes and wow. All right, wing right set. Miller under center. Wide out to the far side. Power sweep right side to Rents. Rents goes over the top. He'll pound forward for 5 more yards. Liberty looking at a 3rd down and about 3 to go. Boy, that Tigers offensive line, even without Brogan, they are doing a yeoman's job, and we've got another injury timeout.
Grant Schwab on the injury. I'll tell you that I'm sure the kids are banged up, but staying on the field and giving that defense a little breather, a little part of the strategy. Yep. I told you Rex Lindgren was a master at getting another 4 minutes out of an injury. Get to the ground and give us a breather, get some water.
Rex would never do
Oh, yeah,
that.
Rex was a master, boy. Man, oh, man, what a turn of events. Liberty has dominated the football in the second half, but the penalties just spoiled so much work. Now you've got 6:42 left, Spike. Going to need some execution here. I got a lot of confidence in this offensive line.
Oh yeah, we've the offensive line has I wouldn't call it dominated, but they've had their, they've moved the ball. It's been relentless, but we just don't have the points on the board to show it. Now taking a long time.
Oh yeah, they want a breather. These next 2 plays are the ball game, I think, and this looks like a cramp.
They were tending to his ankle.
Yeah.
Hey, while we got an injury timeout here, let's talk a little bit about our schedule. And looking here, Tuesday we've got Evergreen volleyball, and that'll be freshman JV and varsity, by the way. Then Thursday, 7th grade football, and then volleyball. And Thursday also girls soccer. And then, like I said, Friday, the Evergreen Vikings come to town. It'll be senior night for the Tigers and the last regular season home game.
All right, well, Cifuentes on the sidelines. He's been beat up. Brogan is out. Gary Cruz is out. And Hunter Spangler just returning. So the Tigers' offensive line has had to run some makeshift lineups in there, but they're working hard. They're doing the job. Now the Tigers got to get it moving again. 3rd down and 2 at the 47. And it's going to be Miller. Kicks it outside. Running room. Takes on a tackler. He'll pound forward, and I think he's really close to a 1st and 10.
First down.
And it is!
Okay, well, without Garrison Cruz in this football game, he takes away a big weapon both in the run game and in the pass game, Spike. Garrison, helmet off, on crutches. That's a big weapon for Liberty out of this football game. 6 minutes and counting.
50 yards away, 6 minutes to go. The Tigers come to the line of scrimmage. Collie spread out wide to the far side. Bartels, the wingback, over on the right. It's going to be a dive player straight ahead, spins his molar, twists and turns his way, bangs his way forward for about 7 on the play.
Patrick Henry committing 5.5 guys in level 1, trying to thwart that run. Liberty, again, is controlling the line of scrimmage if we can stay away from bad penalties.
We have multiple people analyzing the holding play down here that they called, and nobody can find it.
Yeah.
Here nor there at this point.
All right, wing right set. Power football up the middle. That's Rentz. He'll pound forward, and he's going to be close to another 1st down.
Nope.
3rd down, and they're going to call it 3rd and 1 yard to go.
Casey Moeller.
Baby.
Casey Moeller managing this clock very well. By the time of the next snap, we'll be under 5 minutes. Liberty's going to need a couple bigger runs to minimally get them in easy field goal range.
All right, Moeller and Rentz in the backfield. Collie spread wide to the far side with a ring wide. Dive play straight ahead down to the 40-yard line, and that should be enough for a Liberty center. Tiger 1st down. Yeah, baby. Hey, Roger Meyer in there watching. Grandma Jean Kern. What a ball game tonight. The Bosselman Fire Pit crew, they're watching and enjoying it, but boy, it's a knuckle grinder here. All right, now the Tigers send Garber wide to the far side with a wing right set, tight end left, 2 setbacks, Miller under center. Give off that left side, looking for room, nothing there, and Patrick Henry finally, with those superior numbers inside, they throw caution to the wind and throw the Tigers down for no gain on the play.
Without Garrison Cruz in this game again, we're missing an explosive player. Clock continues to run. We're going to have to get something out of Grady Miller here in the pass game. Where is Cam Colley? We're going to need him right here.
All right. Moeller on the left, Rentz on the right in the backfield. Wing right package. They're going to give it to Moeller. Moeller cuts up inside a block. Stays going. Pounding, driving. And a hit there. And the Tigers pick up about 6 much-needed yards in this drive. Oh, man, are we running this right down to the end. 3rd down, and we'll call it 2 to go.
Patrick Henry, in my estimation, unless we turn it over, will not see the football again. Liberty is going to make this a make-it-or-break-it drive. Great job by Casey and the staff. A lot of confidence in this offensive line.
All right, Zeider, tight end over on the right. Moeller on the left. They're going to give it to Rentz. Moeller hit, spins, twists, pounds his way forward, and he's in there for a Tiger 1st down. Wow, what a job on the left side of that offensive line.
The veteran coach of this league has been around 40-plus years. Dave Bazzovi's here saying, get moving. 3 minutes to go, but Liberty matriculating down the field with their power running game on the 25.
There's that word again.
Yeah.
3
started
yards,
on
4
the
yards,
40.
4 yards, 3 yards. It's time to get going, though, with 2:55 to
We
go,
got
Spike.
25 more yards. Miller now comes to the center, under center.
Straight dive.
Played him.
There it is.
Forward, pound forward. He
Right.
picks up another 8, 9, 10 yards, and I believe they got another first down. We'll call it 11 on the play. Liberty Center grinding the ball. The clock at 2:40. Sports fans, it's coming right down to the end. Oh, baby, hang on to your hat.
Todd Spangler, Ryan Miller up in the booth. Brad Howe up in the booth, doing a great job communicating some of these opportunities. Short side dive, great run by Thomas Moeller. 240, Liberty on the 16-yard line within range for Ian Rosebrook, but Liberty wants it all now. Let's finish the drive.
We don't want to stop now. Hey, they've got to keep going. There ain't nothing in the bank on this game.
I'm telling you, I'll tell you the first thing that Nick Miller and Casey Moeller and Matt Bryan are talking about, no penalties. And I'm telling you, I can see it right now. I can read their lips. Nick's like, hey, keep it inside. Keep driving. Don't get those hands outside those pads. No more penalties. Liberty right now. They can smell it here. They can smell it.
Well, you can smell it, but you got to finish it. That was a 9-yard run, but you got to finish it. You're 16 yards away, and with the adversity Liberty's faced all night tonight, with every possible thing that could go wrong, and Liberty still has a chance to pull this out of the fire, but they're still 16 yards away.
And that 2-point conversion after the penalty for Patrick Henry showed that, I think Bill said, this is our chance.
Yep.
Give Bill Inseman a lot of credit to put them in position, to put the pressure on Liberty.
Yeah.
But you know what? Casey and the boys have responded here, Spike, with a great drive inside the red zone.
Second down and short. What will the Tigers come up with? I don't think there's any chicanery. It's going to be power football. Under center is Miller. Give on a power play.
There it is.
the left side, running room. Red's down inside the 5-yard line. He's down inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be first and goal for Liberty Center. Boy, that Tiger offensive line, if I could give out awards, I would give 10 of them to the offensive line.
Well, you got to start thinking
We
about.
got to start thinking about the Kent Michael speed.
You got to start thinking
Yeah,
about.
win this one for the big dog. Come on, Liberty.
Do you start thinking about a 2-point conversion, and you start looking at the math?
All right. We still need 5 yards. First and goal. They're going to run power football again. Off
Great
the left
job,
side.
Waylon Wentz.
He's into the end zone. He's into the end zone. It's Liberty Center Tigers battling back. They fought adversity and had problems at every twist and turn, but they score and they go ahead 20-15.
Well, now you think about going for 2, but
Nope.
we're going to see if they're going to kick it to go up 6. Yep. Great drive, gutty, courage, offensive line, Waylon Wentz. Fantastic job.
All right, kick on the way.
Got it.
It is good. Tigers go up by 6.
Wow. Well, Liberty Center.
Now, who was the PAT kicker for Patrick Henry?
They didn't kick.
I think
Krieger.
it was. I think it's Krieger, and that's why they'll go
they
for 2.
have to go for 2.
Well, they don't have to win it, though.
This way, we're guaranteed at least a tie,
Well,
and they have
watch
to run
the
a
sidelines and the net. They may have a guy that can kick it straight on to get the game-winning extra point.
Yep.
What's more important here, though, is we've got to get special teams and coverage and a good kick out of Max Walker. He's done a great job tonight. Got to get this guy to the ground.
This may be the best all-time special unit team on kickoff coverage that I have ever seen. We have done a great job all year in the coverage, and we need one more tonight. We got to pin them down inside that 20, around that 20-yard line.
Ian Rosebrook will kick it. So this might be returnable. Now, Patrick Henry likes their returners. They've got 3 back there.
Yeah.
They're going to try to get themselves in a good field position with a return. So Brian Hefflinger's special teams group right now, center stage.
Wow, what a ball game. Liberty Center fell behind.
Max Walker's not kicking.
It's been back
Ian
and
Rosberg.
forth. What could have been, what should have been. But Liberty Center down the stretch made it what it was. Now we've got to hold. One timeout left for Patrick Henry, 21-15. And here we go. Here's the approach. Ian pounds it high.
Returnable.
And going to come down about the 10-yard line. Return left. Fights through there. And breaks through one. And they pick up good field position up across the 35-yard line.
I don't know why Max didn't kick that. I'm sure there's a good reason for it. But that was a short kick, hard to cover, and he caught it on the run, which gave him a distinct advantage on the MPH up the field. And they are first, and I'll tell you right now, quarterback Cal Schroeder has made some great throws tonight. Needs some pressure and some coverage.
Yep, we've got a lot of football left. Still 2 minutes and 10 seconds with a passing offense. So, Liberty Center, this is why they're good. We've got some great cornerbacks. We've got great defensive backs. They're playing 4 deep now with Garber.
One timeout remaining for Patrick Henry.
Bouncing.
Out of the gun. Drops back, throws out there in the flats, and catches it as he goes to the ground of the dive.
Run the clock. One timeout left for Patrick Henry.
Right. That was a critical play for Patrick Henry. The clock continues to run, and they pick up 4 yards on the play.
You want to keep them inbounds, and you don't want to get anybody behind your deepest defensive back. So Liberty going to give them some cushion and let this clock run.
All right. Sets up, 3 steps. Looks upfield, throws it out there, too high. He goes up in the air, can't come up with it. Rentz was coming across from his linebacker spot. He would have stopped him right away, and it would have been a first down, but it would have been a shorter gain. Now it's incomplete. The clock stops with 1.5 minutes. Patrick Henry with a 3rd down and 6.
Xander Zeider with the pressure. But, you know, Spike, you brought up a good point there. A catch there on the clock. They got to use that last time out. So, you know, Liberty wants them to exhaust the clock.
Yes.
They're willing to give up some of those short possession throws in the middle of the field. So here we go.
Hey, that's why we play these kind of games. This is good. I love the competition. Now back to throw. He's going to throw it up there high and long. Back there, incomplete. Grady Miller said, no way, baby. He had position. It's incomplete. It's 4th down and 6 coming up.
You just have to tip your cap, though, to the Hall of Famer Bill Inselman, because he lost his philosophical soul in this game when Lincoln Krieger goes out, and they hung in this game with a young quarterback that had seen a lot of action, and they went to throwing the ball. Here's a huge play, the play of the game, 4th and 6.
All right, 4th and 6. PH still with their timeout. Out of the gun, play action. He's under pressure, throws a screen. That's going to go for good yardage, and it's going to be a first down for Patrick Henry. That is the 2nd time they've used that play to perfection.
That little middle screen has been very effective against the pressure, and they teed it up. Liberty again was bringing the house, and you just admire Cal Schroeder's patience to wait for that blitz to get to him, and he dumps it.
Now the ball's at midfield. They're 1 play away. Liberty's got to come on. Here comes pressure. Throws it out there. Intercepted! Intercepted! Cam Colley! He came close early in the game, but Cam Colley comes up with the deal. That's going to close it. 21-15. Liberty Center is going to hang on and win this football game. A come-from-behind win. Wow, what a job.
A senior, Cam Colley. The throw was intended for Reed Krieger, a 6'3 sophomore, but I think he slipped.
Yeah.
I think he slipped because it was an in route, and Cam Colley came off that slip, read the throw, and secured the victory for Liberty. Just a great job by Cam Colley. And Liberty Center responds after that middle screen.
Whoa.
Wow, what a defensive stand.
Liberty's going to go to victory formation.
Great job by the senior, Cam Colley.
All right, they call it victory formation for a reason.
Oh man.
Hey, you know what? Oh man. Patrick Henry, I doubt if they even bother to use their timeout here. 21-15.
You know, this is NWOAL football.
Classic.
Oh,
It's a
boy.
classic.
We talk about,
It's a classic.
you know, the league rivalries or whatever, but, man, when we go to playoffs, you know, people talk about NWOAL style
Yes.
football. Tonight, classic.
You know, the oldest league in Ohio provided us a dandy tonight.
Yeah.
Casey Moeller at 82-15, and the Hall of Famer Bill Inseman gave us our money's worth, Spike Whitman. Wow.
You know, easy to say now, and we're at the end of the game, but I tell you what, Patrick Henry may not have had the guns to stay with us, but they played like champions. They played very well. Liberty Center, though, no matter all the problems, all the penalties and fumbles and everything that happened, still managed to put together that 60-yard drive, penalty-free. They moved it down. They were relentless. They pounded. They saw it, and they win it.
Well, you know, if you really think about how the second half went, you take the scoreboard away and you look at the numbers and you look at what you saw. Liberty really dominated this second half. But you got to give Patrick Henry an enormous amount of credit. First of all, they gave us the game we needed.
Yes.
We have not been in a game like this for, it seems like 6-7 weeks.
Yes.
The first half against Napoleon and everything else has been just a wash for us.
Yeah.
So this is Oak Harbor playoff-type football in the regional final. We
Right,
had to play,
right.
we had to know what this felt like to answer the bell.
Exactly.
And to exactly your point, to drive through some of those adversity moments with penalties and turnovers and those things. So it's just great to see the character of Liberty Center football tonight against a game Patrick Henry Patriot.
Well, and I tell you, one of the things you're seeing out here, too, is these kids know each other. You know, Henry County football, they're congratulating each other, they're hugging each other, they're telling each other good job. The guys, Patrick Henry came over to Garrison Cruz. Every kid came up to him. He's on crutches, you know, patted him on the back, whatever. So, you know, as much as this is a big rivalry, and it is, it's one of the biggest around.
Well, it's Liberty's 6th straight victory over PH, but this one was well-earned and hard-fought. You know, I just keep saying it, and I'm not a Patrick Henry fan. I mean, I'm not. But you just got to admire the idea that they loaded us up on homecoming, man. They said all in, all the chips in the middle of the table. We want homecoming. We want the electricity. We want all the things to this game. Usually you play that game against an opponent you can beat, you can roll. Not Patrick Henry. They wanted all of it, and they got all of it tonight in a great classic game. Liberty 21-15. Wow, what a great game.
Well, they go for it on the extra point try, fourth and, from the 8-yard line.
And did it twice.
Yes.
And executed. Brian, I mean.
Go to the
Brian, I don't know what you think about
wireless
this, but that was too close for comfort for me.
Yeah, it was. It got a little tight down there. We were like, okay, we're down one, and we need to drive. We needed to drive, and they got the drive when they needed it.
Talk about Kel Schrader, and how about Bill Inseman saying, wait, we got to flip the script again like last year when they lost their pass, so they went to a running quarterback, and they flipped mid-game, and they looked good doing it. They looked good doing it.
He was throwing it all over the place and putting it on in timing patterns. You got to give them credit to be able to do that when Krieger goes out and to be able to continue to stay in this game and quite frankly, take us down to the wire.
How about Bill Inseman calling middle screen against the big blitz to the field side twice for big yards, man. I mean, that is just high-level football. Nat Bryan, one of the best defensive coordinators around. Bill Inseman, I mean, arguably one of the all-time greats in the league. And what a chess match late in this game. Wow.
Yeah, it was really impressive. The physicality was really stood out, being down there on the field. I mean, the line of scrimmage, it was a war all night long. And unfortunately, we had some injuries on both sides because of some of that physicality. But, man, this was a hard-fought win. I think Patrick Henry brought more than some of us we expected. We watched some film, and we knew that they were going to come with the line of scrimmage, and they were going to be tougher than they've been the last couple of years. But I think we were all surprised.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. I think, they got me. because I didn't think it was going to be this kind of game, But again, I really just keep going back to my thought. This was good old-fashioned NWOL smash.
Old school. It's old school.
Yeah, it's
80s.
old school, baby.
80s.
And I'll tell you what, if you're an Oak Harbor or an Eastwood or a D6 school, Patrick Henry moved up to D6, you're going to pull these tapes up and go, guys, we got to get on this because this is what they're going to bring.
Yeah.
And, that, I like that.
Spike, we really didn't have an answer when we lost Garrison Cruz, which is kind of a guy that can help you in the pass game. He's explosive. Once he went out, we became old school Rex Lindgren in between power sweep, quarterback keep, dive football. We didn't have that explosive perimeter player. Talk about how we responded when they lost their best player, obviously, in Lincoln Krieger, but we lost one of our best players, and we also responded.
Right. Well, and that's what you play for. That's why the challenge is good. You don't want to be in these positions. No, you don't want to get the penalties. But this is the kind of this is the kind of moral, mental toughness fiber that is required of Liberty Center football. This was the way it's been for 110 years. And these guys are so well coached. They buy into it, they understand it, and they believe it, and they put it into practice. When the chips were down, they had to play an error-free drive, and they did exactly that.
Mark?
All right, no, we got to they're going to turn the lights off on us. They do this every year to us. So, let's go ahead and we'll talk about our KK Collision post-game show. And I think, we can't get stats real quick, but Waylon Rentz easily over 100 yards. He was at 92 at half. And with Garrison Cruz out, Thomas Moeller made a big contribution to that.
Waylon Rentz, 24 rushes for 148 yards. Thomas Moeller, 11 rushes for 57. And Garrison Cruz, 9 for 53. Waylon Rentz, though, the horse with 24 carries. That's old 80s and 90s fullback work right there, Mark.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, all right, well, let's talk about the KK Collision post-game show and the Kent Michael Spieth tough dog, the big dog. And I'm going to throw a name out there right away, but Kellen Weimer, number 60, the sophomore. Dude, every week he's just been getting better and better and more entrenched in the plays and the schemes and whatever. And tonight, man, he held his own, and he was up against, at times, one of the best defenders in Northwest Ohio, the Smith kid. And I watched, I got people out there watching and said, man, he really did a lot of good work, out there. They also said every time Tyler Lay turned around, he was laying on top of somebody as a pancake thing. Yeah. But I'm going to throw Weimer out there tonight for my big dog.
I'll go real quick. I got 4 or 5 names. Tyler Lay was all over the place.
Awesome.
Pancaking on people, just constant effort, and that's what you expect, and that's what you see out of him each and every week. Kellen Weimer as well flashed on defense and offense. I think he had a very dominant game. Waylon Rentz, obviously the horse, with all the carries and the yards he had, and then defensively to back that up with all the tackles that he had. Thomas Moeller, too, I'm telling you, he was coming down in the box from that safety spot with Krieger in that first half. He made a lot of plays at the line of scrimmage, made a lot of tackles, also ran the ball very well. So those would be 4 names that I would throw out.
But who would be you got 4 names. I like the honorable mentions, but who is it? You got to go with one dude.
I'll go with Waylon Rentz.
Yeah, right. Spike, you want to go last? You want me to go?
Go ahead.
All right. There's a lot of just important players tonight. I thought position groups tonight in particular, I loved the way our defensive backs and our snipers played. We knew they were going to pressure, the outside run, and we just got great play. Blake Garber played a nice ball game tonight. Yes. I think Cammy played a great game tonight. He was of course, he closes the game out. So I thought Cam Colley was great tonight. But I got to tell you, our offensive line was great. I loved Clayton Seal tonight. I loved Tyler Lay tonight. Max Walker in Stephen Brogan's absence. We got fantastic guard play, but I'm going to tell you, this was a runaway freight train tonight for Waylon Rentz. Waylon Rentz played it like the old Rex Lindgren, the old Norm Decker, the old Ron Rollins in between the tackles. You get 20-plus carries for $140+. big runs. Waylon Rentz is my guy tonight.
I think our winner should come from the offensive line. I love what Weimer does. He's been steady. He's been in everything tonight. I like Tyler Lay. Tyler Lay is a playmaker. Tyler Lay makes things happen. He made a great play on an open field hit on a kickoff. His coverage was great. He was there in a lot of things. I would like to lean, as much as I like the Walker and as much as I like Weimer, I like number 51, T. Lay. Now, how are we going to split that one up?
I mean, if you want me to, Tyler Lay was phenomenal. And here's where he was phenomenal. Everywhere. On coverage teams, on defense, and at guard.
I'm going to give you guys T-Lay.
All right.
Here's why. Here's the factor for me. Liberty Center looked skittish. He comes in the game and just gets nasty real quick. And I think that changed the attitude, if nothing else.
That is a good point. He made a big play early when we were reeling a little bit there. I can't remember if it was defensively or offensively. Made a big play, and it started getting going from there. So tone setter, Tyler Lay.
Yeah, that's a good call, Cappy.
I can't get over the fact how well he plays in coverage. I mean, his coverage team play tonight, he made big plays in coverage, and when he's not making the tackle, somebody is getting ear-hold. That's how good. Yeah. That's how good he is.
Yeah. So the big dog. I think this is week number 2 for him.
Has he won it before?
T-Lay,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't.
Yeah, he got. Yep, I have him.
Three.
I have him written
he
down.
Missed 3 games.
T-Lay, this is his second week.
It was week 4. I think his first.
Hey,
week back.
can you do an honorable mention? Go T-Lay and Waylon Rentz.
Waylon Rentz was right there.
Because Waylon Rentz
went
for $1.48.
Waylon has won as well.
Has he really?
He did.
You get a shirt, and you get a shirt, and you get a shirt. Everybody gets a shirt.
All right.
And if it was up to Spike, everybody on the offensive line would get a shirt.
The offensive line was good.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll go T-Lay, the big dog of the game, with Waylon Rentz right up there. I do. That was a hard decision for me, but I just think Waylon Rentz changed the tone of things, and I think, as many good hits and pancakes, he had enough pancakes, he'd work at IHOP.
Yeah. T-Lay, yes.
All right. Well, we got to wrap this up. Spike, take us home because we got to get out of here. They're going to shut the lights off on us, and we got to disconnect a lot of equipment. Boom, boom, bombing. Tearing it up tonight.
It don't get no better than this. The competition, the Kip Kern football, Liberty Center toughness, and they, no matter what, the everything that went wrong, Liberty Center had to do it error-free down that last stretch, and they did the job. They came through like heroes. They came through like the hard-working team they are. They win it tonight, 21-15 over the Patrick Henry Patriots. Boy, it just don't get no better than this. So on that note, for Danny and Boom Boom and Bucky and Scotty, and
Jago.
Yeah. The guy over here that went dead in the fourth quarter. Old Jigs Babcock. Spiker here. With that, everybody, the 21-15 win. It's definitely good night and good Tiger sports.